Hey boy, look, I'm gonna make this simple for you. You got two choices, yes or yes. 둘 중에 하나만 골라 yes or yes. 하나만 선택했어 yes or yes. 내가 이렇게도 이기적이었던가 뭔가 이렇게 갖고 싶던 적 있었나 다 놀라 내 언제든지 내 모습 매직 단 한 번에 내가 잡아 절대 기죽지 않지 펴펴 네가 뭘 알아 괜히 수워서 원해도 원하는 게 얼굴에 보여 I'm trouble and you running it I'm so cold When I move that way you gon' be so blown I'm the realest in the game Said I'm on fire with the blade You're about to hear my name ringing in your head like whoa So keep your eyes on me now 무엇을 보던 좋아할 거야 We're so tough Let's get it show you up Can you feel the rush now Ain't nobody bringing us down 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 They could try but we gonna wear the crown You could go another round 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 Wish you luck but you're not bringing us down Go hard till we get it we go hard We so in it we pop stars Only winning now Ain't nobody bringing us down 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 Oh, 난 멈추지 않아 Oh, oh, we go hard Oh, oh, we pop stars Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down They could try but we gonna wear the crown You could go another round, 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 round Wish you luck but you're not bringing us down We go hard till we get it we go hard We so in it we pop stars Only winning now Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down People look at me and they tell me 외모만 보고 내가 날라리 같대요 So what? 신경 안 써 I'm sorry I don't care really don't care Because 사랑 따위에 목매지 않아 세상엔 재밌는 게 더 많아 언니들이 말해 절 들라면 말 어때 찾을 생각 없어요 are just bastards. I'm glad I moved on. Glad I moved on. I'm glad we moved on. You asked me for days and weeks and months when I would come home. Don't know what you thought I meant when I told you leave me alone. You're saying quit playing, I wouldn't put you through that like before. Beg me, oh baby, forgive and forget. But I've been keeping score. Ooh, I've been keeping score. I've been keeping score. Ooh,
not even in the game. Hello, team? Well, welcome everybody to our week 1, game 1, 2, the PMA game 2 total
Game 2
for this regular season of your season 5 PMA LCS. I will be your lovely host, Rip Lolly Hentai, joined here by my good friend, Mr. Matt. How's it going?
It's going good, man. How you holding up today?
Oh, fantastic. Just trying to survive and not do too many bleach shots.
Hey, it'd be like that sometimes.
But either way, once I find my way into this game, somebody hit me up with that invite, Panda.
Yeah.
Our lovely caster, Fleeing Panda. Or, not caster, but streamer, Fleeing Panda. Covering the reins here.
It looks like today, man, we got, at least we're covering, LDD versus Uno Truco Demonios. And on, we have another channel at the same time running, and that is, what is that? You're Losing Lane versus Paw Patrol. So, glad you guys are here with us. Pull up both side by side, watch them at the same time, get all the PMA LCS coverage.
So Awano was a good day for your other channel. However, an interesting matchup here with LDD versus UTD coming in here with the dank rematch of a century. They faced off in preseason week 1, so coming back at it, tied 1-1 in their series for there. We'll see who can take home the victory.
I'm looking forward to this. I remember watching a little bit of I think it was a little bit of this game actually, the rematch we watched. And you know, I'm really looking for the captain of UTD, Maye, to perform really well, because he performed really well in that week in the preseason game. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he comes up with again.
And I think, oddly enough, I actually casted that game, so here I am back with this game. I don't know what to expect out of these teams, to be quite honest here. Maybe they'll live. I mean, it feels a little too soon for them to have that rematch, which I know next week I also have a preseason rematch for us as well, but that's just the luck of the draw. So not a whole lot of time to plan and adjust for the matchup that they just had, but we'll see if they can pull out another 1-1 surprisingly even match between these two, or if one team takes away our victory.
You never know, man. Every game is something completely unique. You know, if you guys watched last night, it was a really, at the early going to the first game between but in the game last night, we thought it was going to be, you know, we thought coming into the game it's going to be super tight. You know, one team just gets an early lead. From there, you can do anything, man. So I'm looking forward to it.
And that we are, and here we will take a look at our teams here for Labby Dabby Doo, your blue side for game 1. We have Rafal, supposedly in the top lane, followed down by Labyrinth, 1898. I need the app back. Coming in with we expect to see in the jungle, and this is Lugo as our expected mid laner with JJ Bell and Biscuit Hat down there in the bot lane. Gotta get my app out. Get some 1898s up in here. And then on our starting red side, we have Uncle Jemima, Maye, Hiramar down in the mid lane, and your bot lane, Freedom Penguin and Wheels on the Bus. Need a mod to change the stream title.
Whoops. Easy mistakes. Sometimes it's like that. Oh.
Mr. Matt something or another. Alrighty, while we get this situated, somebody's gonna need to pass over that pro draft and maybe tell them that the captains are supposed to be the top slot. Because I cannot view chat. Because Riot Games works as intended always.
No, we have some motion in the pregame lobby. We have, it says Lugo going to play ADC for Labby Dabby Doo.
What?
Lugo said that he's going to be playing ADC.
Maybe he's trolling, maybe he's not.
Oh.
I guess we'll find out. The roles
It's
are
a prank.
not locked this season. Something is new here for the PMA LCS. If you have been with us in the past, everyone was locked into the roles they were in Champ Select in LCS order. However, this season we are going with a completely free roaming game. Anybody can to jump into any position, no matter how we are situated in the lobby. Completely opens up for some new strategies, like a potential Lugo bot lane out of nowhere, which I doubt because he wants vengeance on Hiramar. Gotta pull out the LeBlanc and show him who's boss.
Which is, I'm glad you really bring that up, because now we can start to talk about some potential draft strategies. You know, in this patch, we're starting to see the resurgence of these really strong assassin mid laners. I was reading through some of the notes. You know, you're seeing people like LeBlanc come back to the meta. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Zed. You know, he's gonna make his comeback. He's gonna get buffed. He's gonna be OP. But these assassin mages, you know, the burst damage that we're all looking for, it's gonna be. It's my hope is that it's coming back to the meta, and that would be really fun to see. What about you, man? What are you looking for?
You know, I'm looking for some fast-paced, fire guns blazing action here, especially with these early game damaged junglers that we're gonna see. Not a whole lot of tank jungling or tank top laners between these two rosters. And so it's just going to be an explosive, high damage, high impact game. Who can start snowballing out the first with no real tanks to protect your backlines, just who can deal more damage. So I am ready to see an explosive early game out of these two teams.
Well, I'm looking forward to it too, man. You know, if I don't have much history in PMA LCS, but if we're having two explosive teams, you know, I'm always looking forward for some interesting picks. You know, I would love to see Nunu and Willem. Speaking of Snowball, you know, it may be a troll pick, but run it down mid with Nunu. Old-fashioned strategy. You can never go wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Nunu, despite what LS, the top Korean coach, says, Nunu has been a very strong pick off in the solo queues. It might prove to be useful here tonight, though I don't know how often it's going to get picked here by Labyrinth, 1898, or Maye, both favoring those heavy early damage, aggressive jungling styles like Jarvan and Graves and Lee Sin, and pulling that kind of stuff out. Just really trying to get the edge early game and bully the enemy jungler out. I wish I could see pick bans. I'm gonna have to just watch this one on delay because
I got it. I'll talk through a little bit of it. So
I can't
first,
see the chat.
Labby Dabby Doo went ahead and banned Anivia. Pretty standard ban. Anivia is pretty strong. UTD went ahead and banned out the LeBlanc. So it looks like we're not going to be seeing, you know, that pocket pick out there. You know, getting the solid assassin mid lane for.
Yeah, and Anivia especially being a one-trick champion for our good mid laner, Hiramar. He only plays one champion in the game, ban it out, and what does he have? You know?
Right.
And then the obvious LeBlanc ban because Hiramar can't stand that champion to save his life. You just gotta get that away. He can't face it no matter what he tries. It's just tilting.
No, absolutely. And
the Alawi
we're starting to see the full bans are through now. You know, the Alawi's a really interesting pick with how strong, you know, it is. There's the Jarvan you were talking about. Solid early game damage jungler. One of the bans I do want to talk about though before the picks is Malzahar. Really interesting, a lockout selection for them. I don't know if Hiramar is a, you know, has been practicing his Malzahar. Another early game damage jungler was Xin Zhao, but Malzahar with the ult in the lockdown, you're gonna have to force them into some sort of QSS or Zhonya's item to stop that high damage.
Yeah, and this is Lugo just really being a strong macro-oriented mid laner. Playing the Malzahar in the preseason gave UTD a lot of trouble, so it's not honestly a surprise that they do ban that away from him, just to try to keep him away from heavy lane pressure pushing champions that he could sit in the side lane with and then show up to a fight, just press R on the major carries and hold them in place for LDD to pull out massive damage. So just a really, really respectful ban there from what they saw in preseason.
I agree. We see the Jace pick come out for UTD, another pretty standard pick in the meta right now. Be interesting to see if it's a flex pick, send it bot lane. And LDD picks up Echo.
So that Jace pick being definitely an Uncle Jemima pick up in this top lane. He is a Jace player way back in the day before he picked up the Alawi that we see banned against him, and so we will most likely see that Jace and then another damaged top laner here, the Jace versus Swain. But this is Lugo getting his signature Echo. This is his champion, countered out by a Veigar. Very interesting pickup there.
Yeah, I'm curious how. I don't know the Veigar into Echo matchup. I'm not much of a laner, but that seems to me that that's going to be a really good matchup to keep an eye on with Veigar's pretty much indefinite scaling, and Echo, if he's able to get this early pressure in, that'd be good.
Yeah, Echo just having a massive advantage though against Veigar. Veigar being immobile and only having the one lockdown ability of the event horizon, but Echo's little dash and jump is a blink ability on that E. I always forget that name. I don't know all of his abilities, unfortunately. But Echo is able to blink through the event horizon and just get on top of Veigar and just be that oppressive assassin that Veigar hates to face, especially early on, where Echo can wave clear very well.
That's a really good point.
Just a great matchup here for Echo in the beginning, but Veigar does have the scaling if he can play safe.
Speaking of which, we can go look at some more bans. Lucian, Alistar, a really strong bot lane combo, two independently super strong champion, and then we go over to what Lavi has banned out, and they banned Vayne that we were talking about earlier on. Which, don't give him his pocket pick in AD. If you get a Vayne that's gonna run you down, it's gonna be one of the most dangerous things.
Yeah, Vayne being super strong here of late with all these changes coming to AD carries, and a Sivir pickup actually for LDD here. JJ Bell gonna play Sivir. They did want to get that Vayne away as a big counter pick to Sivir, I guess. And Sivir Leona, holy aggressive engage. This Nami is just absolutely shaking in her fins right now.
It's funny because last night when I was casting with Biscuit Hat, who is the support for LDD, we were talking about, hey, are we gonna? Do you think what is the likelihood we see a Leona in play? And it just so happens he pulls it out today, so I'm really looking forward to that. And the final pick for UTD, Ezreal. A super safe, super strong pick in the bot lane right now. Pretty much if you want to play the farm game, the distance game, the avoid danger, Ezreal's going to be your go-to.
Absolutely. We'll have to see how they can handle, though, this Leona engage. Can the Ezreal stay safe? As long as the Nami as well avoids those Zenith Blades and just doesn't get deleted, they should be able to come out ahead in some gold here with a little poke from the Ezreal Nami. It's all about playing safe, though, but it's all about this jungle matchup. Let's be real. The Xin Zhao versus the Jarvan coming in here. We're going to probably see Hail of Blades on the Xin Zhao and electrocute off the Jarvan, just trying to get in there and deal as much damage early with these ganks and their mobility and just getting across. I am ready for this one.
That's gonna be the matchup. Is going to be what is the game jump pressure? Who are they going to target to try and snowball? I think what's going to happen is I think Jarvan is going to probably target more of the top side with Swain. If you can get a huge Swain, Swain is just going to steamroll you down. And if you get the Veigar ahead with his low mobility with Zhao coming in and helping the Echo, that itself could be incredibly beneficial for the mid lane matchup. So we don't know. We don't know what they're thinking or what their game plans are. But what are your thoughts on win conditions? Who has the better win condition right now?
Really the easier to execute win condition here sits in favor of LDD. It's win lane, win game right now, and they have the matchup set forth to do it. I mean, the Swain Jace is probably going to end up being an even matchup. I don't know much about that one in general, but mid lane is definitely a lane that favors the Echo early on. He can get the wave clear down, prevent the Vigar from farming early, and just be super oppressive onto the Vigar and then start roaming. And then you have, obviously, Leona Sivir. Grabbing Leona into a Enchanter support of Nami is just, you want to press forward and win this game. So really their lanes have every opportunity to pull ahead early in this game. And it definitely looks like, actually, Jace has the advantage in top lane against Swain on even footing players. Interesting to note there, because I did not know that. So look for a lot of pressure. If they can prevent Swain from falling behind on Jace, I think that'll do it, because the other lanes have their routes in to win on their own. So LDD, win game, win lane, win game. UTD really just needs to find in, scale up, get that Ezreal doubles here and the Vigar AP stacking, and just kite back, play front to back team fights, and just try to annihilate LDD as they go in one at a time.
Yeah, and that's absolutely pretty much what it's going to be. And I think LDD pretty much has, in my opinion, the easiest win condition, like you said, win lane, win game. But not only that, the biggest thing is going to be who's going to be able to who has a better capability of locking down the target picks that they need to. And if you look at this comp for both teams that we saw during draft, LDD definitely has a better approach to locking down the target champion versus UTD, where their major CC is going to be the Veigar. I like to call it the Veigar baby cage, where you have Jarvan ult, you have Swain Q to pull them back, you have Leona EQ ult combo. Like, they're going to be pretty much stuck in place where you really only have Nami bubble, Nami ult to an extent, and Veigar baby cage. But like, those are with Veigar's cage locking everyone down longer. The support CC was really kind of what I was looking for, and it's just so unfortunate that I won't say it's unfortunate. It's going to be a good matchup bot lane as well. But in terms of CC and who's going to have the stronger CC, I'm looking for LDD to have incredibly strong, like an incredibly high CC count.
Yeah, absolutely. They have just so much ability to engage and lock targets down. And I mean, at some point, what can UTD do about it with their mid laner and top laner and jungler just being unable to disengage on their own? Gonna need to rely heavily on this Nami for the peel, the tidal wave, the Aqua Prisons coming in and just holding LDD at bay while they slowly collect themselves together and try to win fights.
Yeah. Like you said, jungle skirmish. I think jungle pathing is going to be good. Well, both of these are very strong early game pressure, early game like ganks. Looking for that sort of early lane pressure. You also have to think that, and they're both very effective at clearing jungle. Who's going to take the path that's going to get them the farthest ahead in terms of their CS, and who's going to be able to take that advantage and run? I'm looking at the Xin Zhao and for UTD to make some seriously interesting jungle pathing decisions to be able to somewhat, potentially turn the tide of this game and just be able to just roam around and take everything as it is.
Absolutely. Xin Zhao is going to have the superior jungle sustain and camp clearing ability over the Jarvan until that Jarvan has a Tiamat to accelerate his camp clearing. So Jarvan's really going to need to find ways into lanes or find ways to take away just small things from the Xin Zhao, like a scuttle before he gets there, a camp while he's on the other side of the map, anything to to keep himself even with this Xin. Well, and then eventually, hopefully, find himself some ganks in there, where he can just get in on targets, dive in with the good old flag and dragon strike combo, and just put up pump out damage while the rest of his team, with their ability to have the range or hard engage, join in with him. Ooh.
I'm looking forward to that. You know, as a support main, I'm also a little bit biased because I'm looking forward to the bot lane matchup. We see Sivir and Leona, and to me that's a super strong combo. You know, Sivir has the incredibly strong farm, but Sivir's Q does a ton of damage when you just like, if you sit there and take it, especially in the late game, you start to see Sivir be like one of the high, like in my opinion, and I may be a little bit crazy, but it always feels like Sivir does more damage against her. So you see Sivir just outputting so much damage, and this block of Leona is absolutely amazing. But we see in a contradictory to that with the Ezreal Nami, that's going to be a very good sustain lane. So what may happen is we may have a case where we have lane freeze, and we see UTD's bot lane just free farm, do their thing. And what'll happen is we have LDD's bot lane try and push and engage with the Jarvan coming in the gank and try and get those early game kills to get them snowballing.
Alright, well, I'll be back in like 15 seconds. I hate the spectator delay, but I have to use the restroom.
No worries, man. So for everyone at home watching right now, go ahead, put your vote, or we don't have a straw poll, but in the chat, go ahead and put who you think is going to win this game. Is it going to be LDD, UTD? Put your votes in the chat, see what we're looking at right now. I think it's going to be LDD. I'm going to throw that out there. Alright, looks like there's a little bit of delay, I know, between stream what we're seeing, but loading in, getting excited. I know I don't sound like it, but I'm a person. Let's see. Everyone pulling out their favorite skins. Nothing unusual here.
Alrighty, Panda, are you back to spectating? Okay, perfect. Alrighty. So as per usual, we'll sync up at 10 seconds. Make sure our games are working properly, because fucking everyone knows Riot forgot to make sure their game's working properly.
What? What do you mean? A well-sized company messing something up on one of their, largest games? What are you about?
I guess. Well, I can't do the instant replay, so you might have to just end up unmuting yourself and casting that. I don't know what to do. Just tell me when you're instant replaying. Alrighty. Welcome back, everybody, as we currently watch Bear Jr. sit in World of Warcraft. Oh no, he's watching the Leroy Jenkins video over on twitch.tv/IWannaWasAGoodDay. Leroy Jenkins.
Oh, that takes me back some good times. Good time.
Alright. Oops. Alright, sync up at 10 seconds gain time, and we will go from there. If the game loads in. There we go.
Gee. 10, 11.
Alright. Pause at 10? We're gonna sync ourselves up here. So we all good? Everyone at 10 seconds?
I am paused at 10.
Panda?
I'm at 15.
Alright. We'll go to 15 then.
Good to me.
Alright.
Alright.
So let's let's get going in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, everybody, here we are in game, ready to go. We see lots of red pings, not enough mastery spams though. I'm kind of disappointed in these two teams.
Needs more PM. Oh, we see something potentially going on, River.
I mean, is it even BM though if we're just annoying the casters and streamers with our mastery flashes? Come on.
Okay, good point. Good point.
Alright, shoot. Well, we forgot to run through our Zorpok sponsored skin rundown of the teams. And here we see a fancy golden Zinzao. Definitely a jungle advantage going there because but Jarvan is big purple.
Yeah, looking at Darkstar Jarvan. We got what? Project Echo. I think that's Dragon Lord Swing. I think that's that swing.
Wait, does that one have a chroma? That one has chromas or a prestige version? Because that is golden and it is dragony.
Oh, Lunar Eclipse Leona. What a beautiful skin. Oh! See our first emote. See the penguin come out.
Alright, here we are. And so, top side star here for Maye and a bottom side star. So red's a piece. And I'm interested to see if this turns into some vertical jungling or not. If both junglers will go immediately towards their respective scuttles. Or what the plan here is. This Labyrinth 1898 heads down and takes his raptors. And Maye, look at a gank right away.
Oh?
He does have that charge and that 3-talent strike, and here he goes. Rafal gonna use the vision to break it out as Maye gonna get the damage off immediately. He's on to Rafal. Rafal might have to flash, holds his flash, but at the cost of so much life. I don't know if he tries to sustain, this may cost him his teleport or his life, and just all lane pressure gone. But meanwhile, Labyrinth was running immediately to that top scuttle, so now Maye versus Labyrinth as Rafal goes towards Maye and forced to flash away as Labyrinth flashes in, tries to get it, but he doesn't get the knock-up onto Maye. Now Uncle Jemima is on the chase. But now this is Lugo roaming up first from mid lane. He's going to go straight into Maye, drops the Ignite, and he's going to get the kill. First blood to This Is Lugo on the Echo, and a red buff transfer over as now Hiramar is here a little late. May find himself in some troubles. This is Lugo flashes on. He has the red buff slow, and also the timeline is slow, and he's just locked in the baby cage, gonna keep him in and get Hiramar out. And there he goes a little bit. He goes right back in. This is Lugo gonna force out Hiramar's heal. In order to save himself, the red buff burn may have taken him down there. How much are we desynced here? You're only like a second ahead of me, but
23, 24, yeah, I know we had a little bit trying to catch up.
I think a second is alright. We can deal with that as
32. Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
Sweet. But yeah,
So,
just a little bit of recap while we were watching the skirmish in bot lane. We almost saw the LDD bot lane fall. You know, like this was a really good play by their bot lane pushing into the Sivir, especially right after she had thrown out her Q. She didn't really have any more zoning, just shoving right into that.
And there's really just that explosive early game we wanted to see. All these damaged champions, no real tanks to speak of other than perhaps Leona. As pressure topside from Maye gets answered by Labyrinth 1898. This is Lugo making that first roam, taking the kill home, and burning so many summoners off. We can see all of these flashes down. 5 flashes in total used throughout that extended fight over the topside scuttle.
Yeah, and that kind of brings up a good point of we see the top side scuttle has the LDD, but bot side scuttle has gone in favor of UTD. So it's looking like Jarvan or the Zin is looking to pressure top lane, but he's trying to have the vision control in bot lane so that he can say, okay, I don't really need to keep as much eye on them. I can let them do their own thing and let them just know if something's on the way.
This is Lugo just phase diving straight face first into the wall. Not gonna force Maye after those raptors. Maye's gonna keep farming away, and Actually not putting a whole lot of pressure. This Vigo is doing a very good job at farming up compared to the pressure that the Echo should be able to put on him, being a mobile assassin.
Absolutely. And you know, just right off the bat, you know, it's still early, but a 1 CS difference between the two, especially with how much we thought the pressure would be, how much of the pressure difference we thought it would be, is really good to see that the UTD's mid laner. Oh, Hirmar.
There, this is Lugo going straight in onto Hirmar, but there is that Event Horizon saving Hirmar and getting him out of there. As this is Lugo. His Ignite is back up. We could look for an all-in soon. He is approaching level 6. Where is the experience bar? He's very close to level 6. It will be achieved in only a few minions. And Labyrinth 1898 is also sitting around looking for this dive. Actually, Labyrinth 1898 going to go in early. The Event Horizon goes down, but it's not enough. Phase Dive goes through the Event Horizon. And Labyrinth stood up. Will he go down? He goes down to Hirmar. Thanks in lieu of the turret. But now this is Lugo in a bad spot. He does have the ultimate available. He can Chrono Break out, but Maye and Wheels on the Bus are here. As now he starts taking turn out of a huge damage coming on. This is Lugo gonna take down Maye with the Ignite, but the roam down from Uncle Jemima gonna pick himself up a kill and get rolling on this Jace. 3 kills now for This Is Lugo and a huge shutdown over to the Jace for Uncle Jemima on a great roam down.
Absolutely, you know, and especially starting to see this Echo get fed, starting his items. We see that, you know, we see Hex Tech Revolver come out, we see the Kindle Gem, he has the Dark Seal. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with, you know, in these coming fights. And especially, you know, the other big thing you were talking about, the goal over to the Jace. He went ahead and picked himself a Serrated Dirk. No, it's not. That's not the name of it. I can't remember.
Serrated Dirk? Yeah, it is.
Oh, is it? Wow. He picked up Serrated Dirk and Executioner's Calling. And Executioner's Calling would be another good thing.
Hirmar in trouble again now. Labyrinth 1898 comes in from behind, just gets the slowdown. He's being very patient on the knockup combo, takes him down with the Electrocute. Another kill onto the Vigo, this time for the Jarvan as he's looking to get himself rolling. But now Rafal in trouble top lane as Uncle Jemima and Maye going in hard. He's going to take it low, and the final auto attack from Uncle Jemima. That Executioner's Calling coming in clutch, preventing so much healing from Rafal. They're able to take him down, trading mid laners for top laners here.
Yeah, and that's going to be a really big thing. You know, this Veigar get behind early, but it's not necessarily important because you still scale with. We look at the Jace. This Jace is going to get super early, and especially against the Swain, who kind of needs a little bit more help in the early game to get him going, especially in this range matchup where he's not favored. You know, makes it hard. Oh, we gotta go bot lane.
It's Zabale. This is Lugo diving straight in onto the Wheels on the Bus under tower. Ooh, the Ezreal ulti coming out missing, but here comes Uncle Jemima in with the teleport as this is Lugo. Chrono breaks back. Now the Ignite is down on the Freedom Penguin. This is Lugo taking massive damage from the turret. Ends up getting the Ezreal down as now the Labyrinth 1898 on the run. Uncle Jemima is trying to chase him down. He is low on mana. He dives in. Huge damage from the Jace. Double kill for the Jace, and I believe that might be a shutdown. It might be close. I don't think it was, but now here Maye is, and he flashes straight in onto JJ Bell. Misses, the wind becomes lightning, and JJ Bell escapes because of that. But Biscuit had sacrificing his life, flashing out.
Oh,
he's taking very
out.
low. Wind becomes lightning, not gonna get him. Uncle Jemima flashing it. He wants the kill. He's unstoppable now. Can he get out? Shut down over to JJ Bell. Huge gold pickup for the Sivir.
Absolutely.
Meanwhile, on the top side, Rafal just taking wave upon wave to just try to keep himself in the game, along with a couple tower platings. And what shenanigans bot lane.
It was crazy, but it's really good that we see the shutdown go. Sivir, you know, she's gonna go ahead and buy a BF sword, pickaxe, so that's gonna come back. She's gonna come back super strong. She's gonna be really, really good. You see the itemization, you know, pretty typical for Ezreal as well. You see the tier pickaxe looking for his merc. And now we're starting to see a lot of vision control come out. You know, we see some wards drop and some entrances from UTD. They're dropping it to the jungle entrance. We see the pretty standard coverage for that, but at the same time, you know, there's very minimal. We're seeing very minimal coverage from LDD. It's really interesting. I figured there'd be a bit more like vision coverage with how far, you know. See the Swain pushed up, see the Echo pushed up. The only real deep ward coverage they have is that the Raptors are in the red side jungle from LDD, and it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, just I guess not getting the opportunities to get that vision out after the skirmish. Just now, Biscuit Head goes straight on a Freedom Penguin, drops the Solar Flare, but it's not going to take it down. But huge damage coming across from the Boomerang Blade as JJ Belt picks himself up and kill here on the bot lane. Ezreal going in hard, but now Hirmar ignited mid lane after an all-in from Lugo. He goes down 5-2 on the Echo. He has the Hextech Pro development completed, just giving him massive advantages there in the mid lane. Is now no more fighting, I guess, top lane. So
they're just having their wet noodle contest. They're gonna slap it out. It's not as much of a wet noodle, but
there's nothing wet noodly about a Jace versus Swain matchup.
But yeah, you brought up a really good point. Like I was talking about earlier, the Sivir's gonna have huge damage right off the bat with, you know, getting just a BF and a pickaxe. He's gonna be so this matchup, and it just seems that the UTD bot lane is having a bit of a struggle. But let's see if I wouldn't count him out. Oh,
Uncle Jemima getting pulled in here from Rafal. He goes in. Labyrinth drops the Cataclysm, but it is to his own demise. But Rafal picking up the kill in the end. Jemima going to trade himself for one up in this top lane. 6 kills on the Jace, coming in here with some massive gold. I don't know. That was not a shutdown, was it? No, but extra gold in the pocket of Rafal. Gonna try to get him closer up in gold. The Jace still sitting at a 700 gold lead up there from his roams and just kill pressure across the map. Actually, he has 6 of UTD's 7 kills right now.
Yeah, and that's something really important to look here. Let's look at kill distribution. You know, we see it on some of the hyper carries. We see it on the Jace. He's going to put a massive. We see it on the Echo really early. You know, then it's spread a little more even on the side of LDD. You know, we have 5 kills on Echo, but there's 2 kills on both Jarvan and Sivir. Whereas you have all your kills and you're funneling all your resources into one. Oh, good red buff steal.
Labyrinth 1898 takes back his own red buff. Maya gonna take some big damage. This is Lugo, follows him over the wall. Maya with a great pressing card, but it's not gonna be enough as this is Lugo just gets right on him, gets the kill. Now Chrono Break's back and he's still going in hard. Labyrinth 1898 is in it. Freedom Penguin trying to do what he can. This is Lugo taking very low, but he gets Freedom Penguin down. Labyrinth takes him down. Here comes Biscuit, Zenith Blade in, and Labyrinth's gonna pick up the double kill onto the Nami.
So
big collapse from LDD into this bot side jungle, gonna take out 3.
Yeah, that was so well played by LDD. You know, that was max range Zenith Blade into stun combo from Biscuit Hat. That's just absolutely ridiculous to hit that. You know, you gotta be pretty much pixel perfect. And, you know, we're seeing another Drake over to the side of LDD. Actually really beneficial for the mountain. Let's see how much turret plating they can get before turret plating falls. You know, it's looking like they're pretty dominant in terms of like how much plating they're taking down. And Lugo is he's just tearing it up this game.
Yeah, this is Lugo putting on a huge performance with his roams and early kills. And just every lane pushing themselves ahead of the other lane except top lane here. We do see Jemima holding himself steady and taking small advantages over a fall everywhere except the farm game and turret plating game because of his teleports bot lane and roams across the map, but still ahead in gold somehow. And UTD just has to do something to stop the bleeding right now, as Freedom Penguin is gonna get jumped on immediately. Zenith Blade comes out, he tries to base check, he gets ignited, he goes down. JJ Bell's on a killing spree. You know, we saw that one coming a mile away as soon as he missed that Mystic shot into the bush and still stepped forward to it. That's a big oof right there.
And that's the hard thing about this, like I said, this vision game, which is so much. They didn't have that brush warded until he stepped up and did.
This is Lugo diving Hirmar under tower. He's gonna chrono break, but Hirmar with the stopwatch. What can Lugo do? He gets the ignite out, but the heal comes down before it, so it doesn't cut it. He goes very low. The ignite not gonna take him down. Cataclysm there to finish him off as Labyrinth 1898 gets locked up under tower by Wheels on the Bus. Wheels on the Bus going hard for this kill as now Maye is here on the chase. Labyrinth 1898 doing what he can to get out, but he just goes straight down to the chase. Uncle Jemima with the snipe from downtown blind, picking himself up the 7th kill of the game here for this chase.
Man, and you know, something we gotta look at is let's go back and like some of these stats we're looking at right now. You know, 7. It's so hard. It's like Jemima is doing so much. You have a 7 out of 8 kills. That's probably a 90 something, or 93% kill participation, something like that. That's a ridiculous amount. You know, that's absolutely. Oh wow. Okay, just kidding. It's much less than that. That's 87.5. Right? But that's still a really high kill participation. And you know, we look at the Jarvan and we look at the Echo, who are 11 out of 15, which I don't know if that's high. It's not as high, but they're split from resources into two champions, where it seems like the circumstance of what's happening with UTD is being all funneled into Jace.
Yeah, a lot of pressure here on Uncle Jemima. As his turret goes down to Rafal, Rafal just constantly on that split push pressure, trying to keep himself relevant in the game when he's Swain who's behind. And so just doing everything that he can. Uncle Jemima here has got to carry around his team on his back. Somebody cue the clip of Tyler1 carrying that chant around pretending it's his team. As the Rift Herald going down here to LDD. This is Lugo gonna pick that up. You know, he's calling the shots and he's like, give me that Rift Herald, don't you dare touch it. You absolute monkeys. That's probably paraphrasing, but I bet it's close to what he said.
Nah, it's probably verbatim. It's he's quoting everyone's favorite streamers, Tyler1 and I'm a QT5. Just they're combined. They're combined at this point. The world's 2 best ADCs. But something I want to talk about is, let's talk about the DS difference. You know, we see Swain ahead in the top lane, but overall his itemization is so far behind that of Jace. Jace already has, you know, he has his Yomus. He's working on Text Drinker as well. So he's working towards building these resists to be able to take on.
Oh, Maya is gonna get jumped on here in the jungle. However, the AC98 going in as Sentinel comes through. Maya trying to get out. He somehow manages to live as the whole team shows up. Humongous Wheels on the Bus is dragged in and sacrificed for his trouble. Just a huge, absolute huge Event Horizon and Tidal Wave combo. Not sure that Wheels on the Bus needed to keep stepping through on that. They had without Uncle Jemima there, they really had no way to turn it, but they got the disengage, and Wheels on the Bus just going a little too far forward, getting taken down. So let LDD getting something for their troubles as now they push on the top.
Right, and you know, this kind of goes back to the to the engaged bot lane. They had the ability to peel. They kind of overstayed their welcome. They were looking at, should we maybe get a pick off? Is there anything we can do here? And those kinds of thoughts of you really cannot overstay your welcome, especially against a team that's so far ahead. We're looking at what, a 9k gold difference?
Oh, absolutely, it's pretty close, 8-9k. But I mean, you get 3 members locked down in an Event Horizon, Tidal Wave coming through. You probably get a little antsy there. I mean, come on, that's just such a huge combo in the jungle right there. They walk straight into it. You gotta go in, but always have to remember where your damage lies right now, and that's all on this Jace. He's not there, you don't do anything without him.
Absolutely. Baron coming up in a minute, so it looks like this is going to be an objective-based game now for LDD.
And 2 Cloud Drakes for LDD, absolute pure luck on their side. The best Drake in the game. They're going to get 2. What is the next Drake? It is a 3rd Cloud Drake. If they secure all 3, that's pretty much just an auto win. As this Lugo takes the Rift Herald mid, and they're just going to shove straight in here.
Who knows? This might be the end of it. I mean, I hate to be the one who. It's so early to talk. We see them just running it. The Rift Herald put out 50%. Like, they cleared their second. Sorry, yeah, they cleared their second tier 2 tower from top lane, now mid lane, now lane, no clear 2, and it's a slow stranglehold to end this game.
1945. 6, 7, 8, 9. Is now Freedom Penguin gonna get jumped on here? He does barely makes it out of the Echo W is now he is locked in by the Cataclysm. Huge Cataclysm by Labyrinth 1898 as JJ Bell takes a double kill. This is Lugo flashing straight onto Hiramar, who flashed away, gets the Ignite down. As he turns on it, pops JJ Bell, goes down for his trouble. The kill over this is Lugo, killing spree for the Echo. And now it's a 4-on-2 push straight for this mid lane. Maya and Ultimama gonna go in hard. Maya trying to do what he can, gets the Crescent Guard off, but it's not enough. He goes down. Labyrinth 1898 taken down the backside by Ultimama is now. This is Lugo gonna dive hard for it. He does not have the chrono. He does have the chrono break available. Did not use it, but Ultimama gonna get away with his life thanks to the Hex Strikers keeping him alive. As this inhibitor goes down now, LDD broke open mid lane and UTD on it. Back foot. Base defense here.
Yeah, we see like what we were talking about. We see this grouping up. We see this. We see these team fights as they come out, and it's just CC lock them down. You hit the EQ combo from Jarvan, you hit Eclipse, you hit Leona, you hit Daybreak from Leona. CC's are pretty important target, and you just make sure the other team doesn't have an opportunity to keep up. These fights happen, and it's so hard to see them, you know, to see UTD falling like this. You're right, they're on the back foot. They do to stop this.
I mean, there's really not much they can do. They just need to stick together and peel together. Gotta prevent Labyrinth 1898 from holding people in on that Cataclysm, because that just allows the rest of LDD to follow up so easily. There's no way that at this point, Hiramar flashless, Uncle Jemima flashless, Maya flashless. There's no way they're getting out of that Cataclysm. They need something they can do, anything they can do to just peel back together as a team. But LDD playing very smartly around it. Now they're going to start this 4-1 split with the Echo down in the bot lane. Huge farm and kill advantages. Now, it looks like we're going to see Freedom Penguin go down, but no, he's able to shift right out of that as now Biscuit had taken very low, forced to take the blast gun away. And they're set up here. Rafal getting some good poke damage across. And now tower goes down, so this is Lugo on the bot lane, and top lane is set up with an absolute stranglehold here from LDD on all the pressure in the lane, trying to keep the desperation tower hold from UTD at bay, but UTD doing everything they can here to stop LDD from getting in.
Yeah, and it's really good. You know, one thing I will give Rafal absolute mad credit for this. He's been hitting his necessary stuff. You know, he's been pretty much poking them off, keeping them away, while the rest of the team get together.
Here comes this Lugo going straight in on the wheels on the bus, but he doesn't secure the kill. Is now Mai gonna go down, huge Crescent Guard, taking away a lot of the damage here, splitting up the team. This is Lugo trying to get in. Mai does eventually get out. Ultimama gonna try to do it again. He gets rooted up by Rafal, bops him away with the good old slam from the hammer, and Hiramar now in a really bad position. He's going to go down to This Is Lugo. The return on the Time Winder pop in the Z-Drive Resonance. Just absolute chaos here as Biscuit Hat went down on the backside. I completely missed how that happened.
Yeah, Vagar had jumped on him in the back, as well as a little bit of poking him.
Good team.
Which, you know,
trying to get in. Maya does eventually get out. I'm going to try to do it again. He gets rooted up by Rafal. Bob's.
We see the Banshee's Veil come out from This Is Lugo. Really good call. You know, it's so smart for him to go ahead and buff that. First disengage, whatever the first ability to him. And it's gonna be so good, you know. See that you have Vagar stun come in as negated now. So This Is Lugo will have a better chance of surviving and sustainability at this point. And that's really good for him in terms of how this team fight, but these next couple of fights will play. Looks like they're gonna Baron.
Yeah, and so I guess that 1-for-1, not losing anything afterwards, not the worst that could happen for UTD, but check that cooldown on Hiramar. Watch, be waiting for that flash from Hiramar, because that could turn an entire fight if he's able to flash out of huge damage combo. And Cloud Drake number 3 is gonna be here, secured for Labby Dabby Doo. I see no contests from UTD whatsoever, and that's just the free win right there.
That's all you need is in that.
Plus 3 stacks of movement speed, 6% movement speed, tripled when out of combat. Ooh, that's just so good, and it feels so good.
Your rotation.
Better be running that good old, God, what even is that rune that no one runs anymore? The move speed rune. No, not Riverwalk. Tier 2. I'm the only one I ever see it run on. Oh well, either way here, this is Lugo gonna go and look for Hirmar. Hirmar's gonna dodge out on the stun, and this is Lugo forced to chrono break away. Not landing that parallel convergence stun, does get the tower, and just chrono breaks his safeties before he gets locked down. So bot lane opened up here for LDD as well. And he does have that Banshee's Veil to just negate the stun and help him get into the back line.
Yeah, and like you said, we're seeing this slow for one strike. With bot tower gone, they're gonna go ahead and they're gonna place the info up against the Veigar. Oh,
Lugo is looking to go in on this Veigar. He does go in with the phase dive, but gonna get forced away from tower damage as the rest of UTD rotated down. Maye with a huge crescent guard, gonna split the team up as Rafal caught out. Now he's forced to pop the Zhonya's and the ultimate. He's just getting massive healing, but all for naught as he does get taken down in the end. That healing reduction from the Executioner's Calling coming out big. He does get some good damage across, but not nearly enough as his team just runs away.
yeah, and I hate to say it, but I'm gonna question that how deep a dive that was from this Lugo. You know, it was a good thought to try and pull the attention towards the bot side, allow them to shove the top side out. But in the end, it backfired. You know, let's see if they can turn it around.
Yeah, great crescent guard there from Maye.
Oh yeah, absolutely incredible to split the team up and give that sort of damage reduction to him in that area. It was so well played. But now we look at it. Let's look at vision again. We see that there's still very minimal for LDD. They have a pink ward in Baron, and they have 2 wards in the bot side in the red, like the bottom side of the red jump. We see that, you know, and of course UTD is on the back foot, and they're like, okay, we got this. Let's clear all these pathways and see if we can get everyone. But they're doing such a good job of managing that now they're starting to push
Maye
forward.
Looking to get cut out here as he goes deep, gets the crescent guard to split the team up and flashes or gets out of safety. Flash Labyrinth 1898 flashing away somehow, as now it's down to this bot lane as this is Lugo trying to put pressure onto this inhibitor. He chrono breaks in, he's straight in onto Hirmar, and he is dominating. Hirmar goes down as now the fight continues down in the mid lane. Uncle Jemima locked in by the Cataclysm. He knocks Labyrinth 1898 out away from it, but it doesn't matter. He goes down in the end to JJ Bell. 6-1-5 on that Sivir, and now LDD looking to break open this game with 2 kills. They're going to get 2 inhibitors out of this. Can they get any more than that, though? This Labyrinth 1898 still has that Guardian Angel available, but no Cataclysm, and a flash away. Bi-Wheels on the bus, made to stay safe as LDD looking to end this game. They're trying to push in. Here goes this Lugo. He goes in deep, gets the parallel convergence stun on the 2, and down goes Wheels on the bus. Maye taking a kill in return onto Lissus Lugo, but his life goes down for it. Now, can we see a valiant hold from Freedom Penguin as both Nexus towers are down? Hirmar is back up. Labyrinth 1898 goes into the Guardian Angel. Biscuit Hat takes the spawn tower as now Rafal gonna go very, very low. He doesn't quite get it. Labyrinth 1898 double kill down to Hirmar. Triple kill for Hirmar, but what really matters is the Nexus down for JJ Bell. LDD taking game 1 in a spectacular fashion here. Up 9k gold and just so much fighting.
So much pressure, so much dominance. You know, it's so hard to see something like that. Like, both teams played incredibly well, don't get me wrong, but we saw UTD. We saw the bot lane fall that early. Not with kills, but they started to fall behind in CS. We started to see the Ezreal pick that was like, it's really good for objectives, wasn't necessarily proved to be a decision for them when they were coming to play the damage game. So I'm just gonna check out a little bit of the stats. Yeah, if we look at damage, this is Lugo, 20k damage that game. That's bananas. It's bonkers. Like, I don't know what other ways you can put that. 20k damage is just absolutely insane.
Yeah, really dictating the early pace of the game with his roams all around and picking up kills and towers. This is Lugo just putting on a performance here for LDD. I mean, the whole team playing pretty well, other than Top getting bullied out a little bit from Uncle Jemima's great roams and teleports to get him a huge lead against Rafal, but the rest of LDD coming through, rallying around This Is Lugo. JJ Bell, 7-1-7 performance down the bot lane. 0-3-12 performance from Biscuit Hat. Just a solid team performance, rallying around that early kill from This Is Lugo and just trying to pull the game out of control. A couple hiccups here and there, as we see 15 kills here on Uncle Jemima and Hiramar. So they were, really the 3 kills for Hiramar at the end of the game, not really going to make the big difference in the game. So 12 effective kills from Uncle Jemima and Hiramar. So they tried to put a stifle into it, but just unable to stop the snowball from going. And LDD, win lane, win game. Yes, they did. Mid lane and bot lane just snowballing through the game and continuing that lead all the way through to the end, right to the Nexus.
Well, now that we're at the end, let's ask the question: who do you think the MVP was? Who deserves? This is my time for.
I am 100% giving it to This Is Lugo. From that first roam up top lane, getting him the kill on Maye, to all of his plays around the map, putting pressure onto Hiramar mid, putting pressure onto bot lane, and just splitting the map apart. He really dictated the pace of this entire game here on Echo, which is his main comfort pick. That is his absolute main champion getting through in favor of the Malzahar and LeBlanc bans. So I 100% of the way always going to go This Is Lugo for this game. He just had a dominating performance from start to finish.
I agree. My pick as well goes to This Is Lugo, with a close second. Actually, surprisingly being, not surprisingly, with a close second being Uncle Jemima. You can only do but so much in the game. It played so well. 9-3-1 on a Jace, doing as much as he can to make sure that he's not only appealing for the team, but he's putting out that damage that he needs to in order to try and push back and say, hey, hold them off. What more can we do? And it was so well done from his perspective. And even though it's not the winning team, you get mad props from me, Uncle Jemima. So congratulations. That was a well played game from you and from UTD as a whole. But let's go ahead, and looks like we're gonna get started on game 2. Or we're gonna take a quick break.
We are going to have to take a quick break. Can anybody make a straw poll? I don't remember how to do this shit.
Yeah, what's a straw poll?
Not my job.
We'll just spam. We'll just spam. Everyone just spam your answers in chat. Easy peasy.
How do we do this? Panda, do you remember? Hello? Oh my gosh, we're fucking lost here. I'm gonna go yell at some mods.
Let's move on.
While we work on getting the straw poll up, we're going to take a short break. We'll catch you when we're back. And then you can vote while we wait for game 2 to start.
Legends never die when the world is calling you. Can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die, they become a part of you. Every time you bleed for reaching greatness, relentless, you survive.
Worth 1898 flashing away somehow, as now it's down to this bot lane as This Is Lugo trying to put pressure onto this inhibitor. He chrono breaks in, he's straight in onto Hiramar, and he is dominating. Hiramar goes down as now the fight continues down in the mid lane. Uncle Jemima locked in by the Cataclysm. He lacks.
Back? We're live?
Did you reset the stream between the two games for the VODs? Alright, whatever. Austin can deal with it, not my problem. Welcome back, everybody, to Game 2 of LDD versus UTD. Your Game 1 winners obviously being Labby Dabby Doo, as we saw by them taking the Nexus before Uno Truco Demonios. Oddly enough, that's how you win the game. Who knew? 5 head.
I was gonna say, you mean there's a straightforward way to win the game? You mean it's not just play to the end and play till everyone rages and throws their keyboard out the window? I've been playing this game wrong then.
Oh, I do that 3 minutes in, my keyboard's gone, so fast games all around
But
here.
in all seriousness, that was a really, really good game one that we saw. It was a really good game one that we saw come from both Labby Dabby Doo and UT. You know, the Jace pick being so well listed, everything going pretty much perfectly. Oh, we're already in picks and bans for game 2.
Oh, yikes. Missed that one. I missed the memo.
We have LeBlanc, Anivia again, 2 standard bans. We're seeing the Rumble.
Jace
LDD.
ban.
Oh, and
Echo
UTD
ban.
clapping back with the Echo.
Each team seeing what they didn't want to face from the game before, what was keeping the team going, and looks like Echo and Jace was the answer. Not dealing with that. And immediately Jarvan the 4th being the pickup here for UTD, going to Maye, 100%.
So it looks like LDD now hovering that Caitlyn, looking to prioritize bot lane. Let's see what we're looking at. Are we actually going to see? Oh, we're going to see the Caitlyn. I'm very interested. I don't know. I mean, Rumble. I'm assuming Rumble is one of the pocket picks for LDD. That's why UTD banned it. But I haven't seen anyone from Rumble. Maybe it's because it's been banned out every. But we see the Malphite come in.
Where is this Malphite going? What is happening? It's not
I
a
hope
standard Rafal pick.
I hope it's Malphite support. I really do.
Maybe it is. And then there comes Hiramaru Zerath, the only other champion he can play that isn't Anivia. Dylan, if you're out there, fuck you.
Yikes.
I hope he watches the VOD. That's my
Um,
mid laner from last season. Good times were had.
Oh, we see the Thresh pickup from UTD. I'm still gonna say it's an interesting pick. Thresh is still dominant support, but with his nerf recently, with his cooldown timer being increased, and mana cost being increased, I don't know, man. It's still a questionable pick.
You mean reverting the Thresh buffs they did a while ago because he's been top tier for a while? Yeah, I don't think it's too bad. And then Leona bot lane. So Leona into Thresh, an interesting pickup here for Biscuit Hat. Just going to comfort picks against Wheels on the Bus's Thresh. And that's either a Malphite jungle or a Malphite top. Or Malphite mid. This is Lugo's trolling me.
It's just a prank, bro. This is all just a prank.
Then we continue to see the Vayne banned away from Freedom Penguin, which I don't think he'd pick up into a Caitlyn Leona. That sounds like absolute suicide. The Malzahar banned away here from This Is Lugo, and Ezreal, the safe 80 carry, taken away.
You know what they're gonna do? I think UTD is gonna pick up Lucian, because you already know what the LDD bot lane is. Why would you ban out Lucian? Ban out the lanes that you don't know, mid lane and jungle. And there it is. There we see the Swain ban.
So, not understanding where the Malphite going either. They think it's jungle. Just safely going to ban away the Swain from top lane. A comfort pick for Rafal. And yeah, I think that's a Malphite jungle, honestly. That's my first guess.
I'm still holding out for the Malphite top lane. Oh,
Kennen.
you were probably right. It probably
I think the Kennen is a This Is Lugo pick. I think it's a safe pick. Going into Zerath, he has the range and can use his good old move speed ability. My move fast that pretty much every single Yordle has to get away from Zerath's poke.
Yeah. And there it is. We're seeing the Lucian hover.
And locked in, Lucian Thresh bot lane for UTD into the Caitlyn Leona of LDD.
Always bot lane. Think about the lore, which is really interesting. You know, Thresh stole Lucian's wife. How are they going to work together? Oh, spicy top lane pick.
Riven! Wait, no. Uncle Jemima's going bot with Thresh, and Wheels on the Bus is going to play Riven top here.
Ooh.
So we see our first lane swap here coming in here. Wheels on the Bus definitely taking that Riven. He's been practicing and touting his practice, showing us videos on how to play Riven. And I do know Uncle Jemima is very comfortable on the Thresh, and that is a Talon mid lane. So a Kennen top, Talon mid into the Xerath, and a Malphite jungle here for LDD. Getting a little bit spicy with our picks and swaps here. This is going to be a fun game.
This is a very interesting comp. Both of these comps are very, you know, UTD has the 1-3-1. I'm interested to see what LDD's strategy is going to be. You know, with the team comp, you could obviously just try and go for the 5-man pickoff. But I'm curious if they're going to try 1-3-1 as well and try and combat and just have two 1-3-1 comps going at it.
Yeah, so not really sure we're going to see, other than this Kennen abusing the range on Riven, probably going to see the Kleptomancy Kennen here coming out top lane to try to keep this Riven in line. UTD may have also thought that was a Malphite top, but yeah, this is going to be a good one. I'm not really sure how to evaluate this off the bat.
Is interesting a safe assumption? Let's do our preliminaries again. Who do you think's? We've seen the team comps. We've seen how they played last game. LDD has the momentum. What are you thinking?
I'm really liking this composition that UTD has built up for themselves, but it is going to come down to the one factor of the Riven needs to be relevant. If the Riven is not relevant come mid-game stage against LDD comp, UTD may find themselves a little at ends at trying to accomplish what they need to. The Jarvan Cataclysm with the Xerath, definitely huge synergy right there come teamfight time, and it's something we utilized last season or 2 seasons ago. I'm pretty sure I used that at some point. But the Jarvan locking people in for the Xerath's long range seize damage, along with Thresh Lucian bot lane, it really is. I just like UTD's comp. As long as Riven stays relevant and Lucian doesn't fall behind, UTD is going to come out mid-game strong and ready to go, ready to run down LDD, lock them in, and just get massive amounts of damage and crowd control across. Whereas LDD, bot lane's got to win. Bot lane absolutely has to win. See some roams out from this talent. But Caitlyn Leona is such a long-range, impressive engage composition. If they don't do their job and win that lane, they're just going to start to fall apart.
Right, and I absolutely agree with that. You see the if we do start to see something like that, it's, man, I'm excited. Like, I'm starting to see some picks that you really don't get to see, like the Kennen. It looks like Kennen's going, like the Kennen top and the Talon mid. You know, I haven't seen Talon in a very long time. I pretty frequently see Kennen as a really hard counter to some of the top tank, like the super tanky top laners, just because he can just like get so much damage out, poke them down, and it's just a fun champion to play, to be honest. But I'm looking forward to it. So if both teams have a 1-3-1 sort of comp addition, which one do you think has the stronger 1-3-1?
Well, I'm gonna go with UTD doesn't really have a 1-3-1 here built out. The Xerath not really gonna be a side lane presence. He's gonna be more of a poke to set up a team fight for Jarvan the Fourth to go in. So yeah, LDD definitely has the stronger 1-3-1 with the Talon Kennen inside lanes. LDD is going to want to try to 1-4 and force in everything they can to engage. onto that 3-member stack of LDD should they choose to split up 1-3-1.
I think that that UTD has a potential 1-3-1 comp. Rather, you send Jarvan and Leona, or not Jarvan, sorry, Jarvan and Riven to side lanes, and you have your mid laner group up with Lucian Thresh, and that you could have chain CC with Thresh Hook into Flay, into Zera Stun, into just burst damage. So I think, while you don't really have a good frontline in that one, it's entirely possible still. Is it good? You're right. It's not the best, but it's still possible.
Yeah, I just think it's far less likely for Maye, knowing Maye, to be in a side lane on Jarvan when it's a huge part of the engage for UTD. Granted, a Thresh Hook can facilitate a great engage, but just the Demacian standard Dragon Strike combo straight into a Cataclysm is just so hard to stop from a Jarvan, especially with the composition LDD has. They don't have a Poppy to block that kind of engage, which would be a standard counter to a Jarvan engage. So Jarvan just gonna freely get himself in and try to lock them all together for the Xerath, Thresh, Lucian to come in. So very likely a 1-4 coming out of them, though they do have the potential to set that 1-3-1 up. He just doesn't win any of those one-on-ones. So we'll see how they choose to set it up, as UTD looking for Jarvan to come ahead in the early game against the Malphite jungle. Malphite jungle not going to be the greatest of wave clear or jungle clear or gank assist. So Malphite far on the back end, LDD playing a little bit later into the game off of that jungle. So watch out for Maye. The early game has to be controlled by Maye here for UTD so they can start to push advantages through this jungle.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the benefits, is how frequently do you see your Malphite jungles so far ahead. They pretty much power farm until they're 6, gank a lane, go back, power farm until they're 11-ish, gank a lane. It looks like LDD is playing this super late game, hoping that they can get them out the late game. Having that 40% CDR, having that really, I think it's only a minute or maybe even less than that cooldown on on his ultimate, and that would just be ridiculous to have that engaged.
Yeah, so the LDD looking to play in stages here. First stage being Malphite Kennen ult available. Second stage being the ability to 1-3-1 split push. And then the third stage being take Nexus, obviously. So just playing in small steps at a time. Malphite has to get to level 6 safely so that they can make some fights happen on their own.
Yeah.
And that 1-3-1 can be successful.
I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to this game. These comps are a little more. We still see the early engage from DD and Jarvan. We see those picks, but I'm looking forward to seeing what LED does. We saw Labyrinth play super consistently. We saw him on Jarvan, which is a very hard. I want to see how his style of play changes when he goes to something that's a little slower, a little bit reserved on how the game is played, but still has the potential to put himself out there and do insane amount of damage.
Taking a step back from Game 2, looking back to Game 1, our straw poll winner for MVP. Gonna go to this as Lugo, handily over everyone else. So congratulations. The Echo play pulled it out, really ran the game, controlled everything that LDD needed. And so this is Lugo on his Echo, Game 1 MVP.
Hey, Lugo, again, well played, bud. Looking forward to seeing what you do this game.
See if we can take another assassin and control the pace of the early game for LDD to just take control.
You wanna do the you gonna take the skin analysis?
Oh yeah, we gotta get some so here for our Sorepox skin analysis. I wish he was actually here. Battle Bunny Riven. Ooh woo daddy. Ooh, that's where it's at. Lucian Prime. What the heck is this Prime? Does this Prime mean that...
It's
oh,
a
that
it's
means
a
he has
chroma
a
skin.
chroma. So he's
Yeah,
got a
it's a-
chroma here on that Lucian. I'm gonna guess red. I don't really know.
I don't. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't really know the lead chroma, but it is what it is.
But really what matters is there's no Darkstar Thresh, Darkstar Jarvan matching up. So,
Unfortunately,
actually, Lucian Prime might be blue. If Lucian Prime is blue, I give bot lane over to UTD. That blue lane coming in, Championship Thresh, Lucian Blue. Definitely going to take advantage over half-naked Caitlyn versus purple armor Leona.
one skin I do want to talk about though, and it's a Core Leaf Malphite. What an old. That was one of the original skins from, wasn't it? That and 4-Leaf Clover.
I have no idea.
These are some throwback skins. You can tell by the art. The art isn't as updated, which is a.
Right, update your art.
I'm
Give us
also
a better
looking.
splash.
I also really like the Samsung White Talon. You know, I had that skin. It's so pretty. It also, you know, just makes Talon more of an edgelord than he was like already before. So, edgelord Talon.
All right, let's actually. I'll pause at 10 seconds this time to sync up at the
I'm at
start.
10.
I think it stayed mostly synced. We all there? You there, Panda?
Oh,
I
it's
think
fun.
Panda's AFK. Yikes.
Yeah.
Nope, you didn't pause at 10.
Oh,
No. Well, we'll
12,
catch him when he stops being
13,
AFK.
14, 15.
Oh, he paused at 15.
What? Yeah, he paused at 15.
Oh no, he went back to 10. Panda, what are you doing? All right, we're all at 10.
Please
I think that's
hold
it.
while we solve the
All right.
unfortunate incident.
I'm gonna go.
Alright,
He's
back to
still
10?
at 10 seconds. All right, and we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Let her rip.
Oh, we already start to see the Masters spam.
Hell yeah, that's exactly what I like to see. The more Masters fans, the better, because I like it to be as absolutely obnoxious as possible.
You were right. It was blue Lucian. We got the blue bot lane.
So the blue bot lane versus the pseudo purple bluish bot lane. Actually,
Oh, oh.
look at this. Look at how purple that is on the side of LDD between the jungle and bot lane. I really like that. Ooh, 5-man invade coming in from UTD. It's spotted out by the Pixel Brush ward. Will they be able to escape? Yes, this is Lugo's ward. Gonna save them as huge hook coming in on the Biscuit Hat. Can they get the damage down? Here comes the knockup from Wheels on the bus, forcing the flash away as JJ Bell's ward gonna miss that bush. Not gonna spot it out, but UTD just headed out. They are happy with what they got. They got what they came for.
Minions have spawned.
You can get that early game flash, no matter who it's on. Your team is already in a much better spot than any other position you've ever held.
Absolutely,
early game.
especially being off of a main engage like Leona. Gonna
Yeah.
stop that early pressure that she has because they can just try to find an early gank down bot lane. As Hirmar and this is Lugo already trading damage before the waves even collide mid lane, and now we see bot lane starts for both junglers this time.
Yeah, both starting blue. Really, you know.
Here it is. Maya's going for level 2 gank. He's cheesing bot lane. He's doing it.
That's what I was looking for. You know.
Oh, 100%. They're waiting for Biscuit Hat to get in the lane. Check for that
There
later. Oh,
it
the
is.
flash. Straight in. Knockup goes down on a JJ Bell. He flashed away. He's ignited. 2 flashes here. Freedom Penguin going to pick up the kill. And Biscuit Hat forced to walk away. And there it goes. No flashes for bot lane on UTD. Or, not UTD. LDD now. And that's huge hook from Uncle Jemima and a huge combo from Maye. Picking up the first kill onto JJ Bell. Set that Caitlyn behind. Lucian goes ahead. And here we are. We're exactly flashing away. LDD feared from the start of the draft. Bot lane well behind.
Got mid lane
Now
action.
huge level 2 gank onto this is Lugo as well. Forced to flash away. Gonna be taken pretty low from that red buff. Maye just asserting his dominance. T-posing all over LDD right now.
Yeah, we talked about. You know, this was a really smart lane swap on the part of TD. You know, Uncle Jemima so far has been on point with his hook. Luckily he just missed one, but you know, you sometimes just gotta throw it out, just bait him.
Interestingly enough, though, not the Klepto here from Rafal on the Kennen. Not going to abuse that range matchup to get extra gold, taking the Airy for extra damage instead. I don't know if I agree with that personally because of how how oppressive Klepto has been in terms of getting extra gold as a range top laner, especially into a melee matchup like this.
Yeah, and going on the bot side, you know, we see Biscuit take a bunch of damage from an Uncle Jemima hook, followed by, up by Freedom Penguin. But yeah, that's a really good point. You know, in this matchup versus Riven, you already have the advantage. If you really need to run the extra damage and the kill, you know, I agree with you. I think Klepto would.
Klepto is just so strong in general after the changes, but let's look at this bot lane here. Uncle Jemima proving that Thresh Hook is indeed a point and click. Well, he point and clicked on the minion. Minion flashed down. 9 minutes.
Yeah, but when you know, this is just like the game from last night. Slaga hit pretty much every hook. Kujimima is already on the path to doing so well.
Hey,
and just
hitting a
nailing
minion
every
is
hook.
hitting the hook.
So we're just gonna we got some trades going on top lane.
Just a small trade here from Wheels on the Bus and Rafal. Wheels on the Bus gonna get run down by Rafal. Rafal getting an extra damage. Had he had Klepto though, he'd have so much gold out of that. I'm gonna keep saying that. But he is taking a small advantage top lane in terms of how the farm is panning out. Just abusing the range of Kennen on top of something melee like Riven. And honestly, interesting that he was able to hold the wave so far back and not allow Maye an early gank after he went and terrorized every other lane.
You know, here's something important to notice. We noticed that we saw the Jarvan was just sitting in base for a little bit. It looks like he was waiting for Tiamat. You know, 32. Look at the jungle farm, 32 to 20. Now fight is way behind.
Now Wheels on the Bus gonna look for some extra trades on Rafal. Rafal gonna get the stun down, put some damage across, but nothing more than that. Just small trades here and there. I'm waiting for the full all in.
Yeah, it looks like Labyrinth trying to just peel them off. You know. Oh, looks like we got some action towards the ending.
But this is Lugo biting off more than he can chew, going in onto Hirmar. Maye with the huge counter engage. This is Lugo taking it very low, and now Labyrinth is forced to go on the run. Knocks Maye's Ghost Poro out as this is Lugo forced to recall really deep, and then huge trade the bot lane. I didn't actually watch that one. But watching all over, another hook straight onto the caster minion. They are just hero caster minion today, blocking all the hooks for their team.
Being a homie, you know, doing what homies do.
Absolutely, is now Maye getting aggressive deep into this jungle with Wars. Rafal going all in onto Wheels on the Bus top lane. He pops the ultimate. But the slicing Maelstrom not going to be enough to lock down Wheels on the Bus as he just stuns him with the key burst and gets away. But now Rafal getting the time on this tower as Maye looking deep in the Labyrinth 1898's jungle. Maybe looking top lane. He's going to roam up. Rafal pushed very deep. Here comes the teleport from Wheels on the Bus. He now has an item advantage. Rafal, he's in deep and he is in 1v2. Can Maye land the knockup? No, he does not. Rafal nudges out, gets a slowdown. Huge damage coming out as Wheels on the Bus is on the way. Rafal forced to flash away out of respect for the 1v2. As now Labyrinth 1898 and this is Lugo are roaming up. Can they catch out Maye? It looks like Maye is going to be in trouble. He just flag and drags away. This is Lugo going in hard, pops the ultimate for the speed burst, but he's going to get in. Maye flashing away from the damage as this is Lugo and Labyrinth 1898 going to get locked down by Wheels on the Bus's Riven as he gets Maye out of there. Maye trying to suicide DeGrom, but smites it down for the health, and all is well for UTD. My word, that was a lot.
Yeah, this is right now we're seeing, you know, this high-paced game like we saw last time, you know. And that's kind of what we were looking for. Is these early game, you know, these early game motions that are going through where it's like you got one, you got two, you got these early pressure situations going on.
Yeah, but this time this is Lugo not able to pick up his early kills, and Uncle Jemima still doing his early game work, pulling in the 1 assist in the game. Just not a whole lot of kills for all the action that we've seen here. A lot of trading and just no secures.
Yeah, and this is, I think that's gonna be, we're gonna have that circumstance until we see the junglers at 6, which it looks like Labyrinth is just outside of 6, and so is Maye. They're just outside of it.
Labyrinth 1898 should be 2 camps away, whereas Maye is 1 single camp away from 6. So Maye gonna have that advantage here, as I guess we'll see for sure. I'm only guessing because I can't see the actual number values, but yeah, Labyrinth 1898 gonna have the 1 more camp, and Maye hitting 6 off this red buff. So advantage down to UTD as he may look bot lane. The hook goes in on the Biscuit Hat from Uncle Jemima, no follow-up from Freedom Penguin. But here we see this is Lugo roaming down. He wants to get aggressive. He thinks he knows. He's trying to get to bot lane, but he runs into Maye. He's going to put the damage across. Maye taking super, super low. The passive bleed from the Blades and not going to finish off Maye as he's forced to just hop away and recall low health.
Yeah,
no,
which
he's
is
getting greedy.
Oh. Lugo?
This is Lugo is going to pick up this kill almost certainly. Maye going down. The red buff over to this is Lugo getting way too greedy for his Krugs, and now this is a 4-man bot here for LDD. They have the minion wave. Will they go for the dive? As Hirmar way out of position on a ward. Flash ult from Labyrinth. Here comes Ace in the hole from JJ Bell to secure that kill.
Now we got some top side.
Yeah, that's going to be Dragon here for LDD.
Yeah, and while that was going on, there's a little bit of time in favor of LDD. So, we saw the early happen. It was a little bit, well, we're still in early game, but we saw the early stages going on. And it was a little bit rough, to be honest. It was a little, we're seeing, that they're starting to push back. Fall is starting to shove in, get some of that extra gold.
Now, this is a 4-man bot here for LDD. They have the minion wave. Will they
the Hextech Revolve, Game of Gems.
As Hirmar way out of position on a ward. Flash ult from Labyrinth. Here comes.
Usually make this cannon a huge threat this game.
Yeah, and so this Kennen getting ahead is going to be really good. Hopefully we can see a good teleport play out of him. Maybe catch bot lane or some other fight unaware of what's happening and just utilize the Kennen ability to get in. He's going to have that proto belt to help the Slicing Maelstrom get in. On top of utilizing the Electrical Surge or Lightning Rush to get in. As now Maye is caught out. Here comes the Slicing Maelstrom, going to lock him down on top of the Rift Herald. Being a little friendly towards UTD is now being friendly towards LDD is now Rafal forced to pop the stopwatch here as the wheels on the bus activated that Wind Slash from the Blade of Exile. Now he's trying to get away. This is Lugo gonna jump across. He has no mana though, as Hirmar is gonna find him out. What can this is Lugo do? He's gonna keep jumping, keep looking for the wheels on the bus. Wheels on the bus gonna get out of there. And now it's up to Hirmar. Can he turn any of this damage around? There's some low health targets here, but without that ultimate available to right of the arcane, I think LDD just going to disengage from that and take their 1 kill on the Maye.
Yeah, now we see bot lane pushing, going to get 2 platings here. Really good. They're gonna go ahead and they're gonna back. Caitlyn already has a DF. We see Lucian with his recurve bow and his Bilgewater cutlass, and he actually has a dagger as well. So it looks like he's gonna go and. I don't want to make an assumption, but it looks like he's gonna. Can't really tell. That's always the hard part. It's like, which are they gonna go? Berserker Greaves makes the most sense.
And so, I mean, again, we see these lanes here that should be winning. The Kennen into the Riven, the Talon into the Zerath. Getting ahead and somehow pulling Labyrinth 1898 with them ahead of Maye's. He's now looking mid lane, but Talon's just so slippery. And so UTD gonna have to rely on bot lane right now. Here as Lucian's still ahead. Here comes the hook. Hook through onto Labyrinth 1898, but Freedom Penguin says, I don't want any of that, as they spot this is Lugo on the control ward. He is there to help. 4v3 right now in favor of LDD.
Yeah.
Throwing out, not gonna hit.
Something else that we can look at right now is we're looking at Lucian versus Caitlyn, where Caitlyn's really good at taking down towers. Lucian's just, what is that? That's a solid 30 or so CS ahead of Caitlyn. That's absolutely ridiculous. So, Freedom Penguin is playing incredibly well in terms of farm. Oh,
Here comes a Solar Flare, gonna hit Freedom Penguin with the slow, and now the flank from Rafal from the teleport, the Slicing Maelstrom coming through, locking down the team. Freedom Penguin taken very low by the ace in the holes. Rafal flashes forward, gets the auto attack, eventually does take it down. He goes really low, killed by Wheels on the bus, as now the ultimate comes out, the Unstoppable Force from Labyrinth 1898. Senate Blade not gonna connect. UTD disengaged from LDD. Taking a 1-for-1 right now as this is Lugo on the roam down. Might be able to find Hirmar here as he flashes forward. Hirmar with a huge stopwatch as this is Lugo is now on the run. Wheels on the bus is here to help Hirmar and give him support. This is Lugo. Here comes the right of the arcade. Hit once, hit twice, hit 3 times. Snipe Master Hirmar. 300 confirmed kills on that ex-Navy SEAL. Let me tell you what.
and that was definitely a very well played from Hirmar there. But it comes at the cost of the first turn gold that you really.
Yeah, but now Mai's in deep. The Death Sentence lands on JJ Bell. Cataclysm dodged down on by JJ Bell splash, and now Mai's on the run as the Biscuit Head ignites him. JJ Bell picks up the kill. Uncle Jemima now on the run. Labyrinth 1898 out of mana. He gets hooked in. Freedom Penguin is going to look to take some damage here. Or look to put some damage out. He's going straight in onto JJ Bell. He pops the Blade of the Ruin King active, but then runs away with it. And now LDD is on the run. They can get out of there, taking 1 for 0 there in that bot lane trade against Maye. It's now Uncle Jemima overextending, looking for that death sentence, taken straight down by Rafal as he jumps in from the back to save the day. Just overextensions from UTD trying to bite off more than they can chew, and LDD capitalizing on it, just punishing them.
You're absolutely right. You know, these mistakes that are turning in really. You know, just staying a few extra could really cost you. You know, and we just saw it there. We saw Jemima just stay just a little bit longer than he was just trying to keep the vision up. So, but it cost him his life. So you got to be a little more careful and cognizant when playing around these kinds of situations. Oh,
Maya goes straight in on Rafal. Slice Maelstrom popped immediately. The sun go down. Ace in the hole coming across the map. Maya going low. This is Lugo. Gonna snag the kill. Noxie Diplomacy coming out. This is Lugo, 100-0 Maya, all him, no one helped.
That was a good dive by Rafal there.
Looking for the death sentence under Rafal, not gonna find it. And Cloud Drake, number 1 of the game, number 2 of the game, Cloud Drake, number 2 of the game, looking to be taken by LDD as here comes Labyrinth 1898. Smite advantage over. And they're just gonna take that cleanly. Oh,
it was a good effort from Freedom Penguin to try and cast his call.
But now we are going to see a fight here top as this is Lugo looking in on Wheels. No, actually decides not to go in on that, just clearing the wave.
Right.
Less greedy than I thought he'd be, having red buff and a level advantage on Wheels on the bus.
Something that I want to take a look at is let's take a look at the of how roles have changed from, like, you know, last game we saw Labyrinth being one of the two major carries for that, you know, coming up big on.
Jemima getting super aggressive. He's gonna get the hook on the Biscuit Head as Freedom Penguin goes immediately on JJ. Huge damage coming across the Cataclysm, gonna pick up the kills. Meanwhile, mid lane, Hirmar does go down, but now Biscuit Head is on the run from mid lane. Death Sentence does hit Freedom Penguin out of mana, but he's just gonna auto attack Biscuit Head to death. Kill for Freedom Penguin and a kill for Maya here. As this is Lugo, Labyrinth did pick up Hirmar on the mid lane, and they're gonna look for this tower. Maya and Uncle Jemima gonna look to stop this. Will this is Lugo be able to get this? They're gonna come out just to clear the wave, and this is Lugo forced to just hop away now.
Yeah, really, you know, really well played on the bot side of the map by the juggler in the bot lane. TD. Still got a little bit of a chase going on, but hey, they can run it down if they want to. God, lost my train of thought. Oh, the difference of roles. Oh.
Now top lane, Wheels on the bus, not gonna get the Noxie or the Blade's End popped onto him as this is Lugo. Not gonna secure that kill. Wheels on the bus, just getting away. This is Lugo going all in. Here comes the ultimate. The Shadow Assault coming across, but not gonna pop. The Blade's End again as the 3 stacks pop, but just not get the bleed off. And Wheels on the bus gonna be saved by the presence of Uncle Jemima, forcing this is Lugo out, but now it's a 2v2 hold on the top lane. Maya and Uncle Jemima gonna try to be the heroes for this tower as Death Sentence flings wide right. something that Chicago Bears fans are very well fond of and very well accustomed to with shooting wide right.
I thought that was wide left.
Ooh, either way.
Or
It's a
into the
snipe spot
post.
right in the arcade, trying to come down to JJ Bell. He's going to get flashed down by Freedom Penguin, sniped down by right in the arcade, but Freedom Penguin goes down in the end. So one for one, AD Carry just traded away, but gold going to Xerath versus gold going to Malphite.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Hey, Zorpax here. Labyrinth goes in. Here comes the Unstoppable Force straight onto Hiramar. The Zenith Blade dodged out on, and the Lantern taken over by with the full biscuit head under tower as he's stunned up by the Eye of the Storm. But now Hiramar is going to get jumped on by this is Lugo. Maye with a massive save over the wall, getting the Dragon Strike combo down on us. Now going a little deep here.
From LDD this game, you know, where they had their jungler be one of the 2 snowballs this game. We're seeing top lane pretty much be the snowball this time. Oh,
now Rafal going to the slicing maelstrom, he's straight into Maya, he pops it. Maya barely living from the ace and hold, but taken down by Rafal. Shutdown gold going to the Kennen. Huge engage from the Kennen with the Proto Belt slicing maelstrom, just getting straight in there off the lightning rush speed boost. And now it's up to Hiramar to be the hero for this tower. As now Labyrinth 1898 just taking up towers, they don't really care.
Their goal is just let's run it down, get all the benefits.
Malphite, me take tower.
Yeah, man, that's part of the benefit of having a super tank on your team. You know, you may not be the S tier tank, the meatball you see in the Scion, Urgot, stuff like that, but he's one of the really good tanks that are still available in the game. Looks like we're gonna have an engagement. Just a little bit back and forth banter.
Yeah, and welcome Zorpox. Yes, he is playing championship threats. Zorpox, you missed our good old skin breakdown, courtesy of the Zorpox Foundation.
Now this is where things are gonna get interesting. Starting into the game. You know, we start to see both teams starting to eye the main objective, and we start to see what's the next Drake? Next Drake is Ocean, right?
Cloud Drake again. Number 3, Cloud Drake. If LDD gets this, they're guaranteed to win because Cloud Drake is the best Drake in this entire game. But UTD looking to take that away as maybe gonna pick on JJ Bell. He is overextended a little bit. No, UTD will just turn towards this Cloud Drake, trying to pick themselves up that 2% move speed boost in comparison to allowing it 6% and cleanly split away from IA's Rafal, trying to get in with the lightning rush, not gonna pop the slicing maelstrom, forget it. He's slowed up and it goes straight in. JJ Bell gonna take down low, taken down by Jemima in the end. A huge assault force gonna knock up 2 inside the Cataclysm. As the kills come out, Rafal goes down Freedom Penguin, but now Freedom Penguin is ignited. Wow. He takes the lantern away. The Dark Passion is gonna get him out into the river. But this is Lugo is on the chase. He is in fact Talon, and this may be the end of Freedom Penguin. There he goes. This is Lugo to pick up the kill. The slow comes down the Zenith Blade across onto the Jemima. As he's taken low, he tries to shield himself up. An extra slow comes across and a double kill for this is Lugo. And a 4 for 2 in favor of LDD, despite giving Dragon over to UTD. And now Hiramar is...
There it is. We're starting to see what happens. Talon, huge. You know, Lugo is starting to make it again, and he can play an assassin. He doesn't have to play that. He doesn't have to play this. He can play the Talons. He can play the Echoes. He's the champion. You know, aren't your typical assassins. Like you rarely see these when you think of an assassin. You know, your typical like.
And a little bit of light in the dark tunnel that was the progression of this mid game here now for UTD. As Rafal looking in onto Wheels on the bus, who's just gonna hop out of there.
Man, we're looking at a
spicy,
very spicy, and
what are you doing, Panda?
We were saying what's something really good earlier about Kennen. You know, look at the CS differential Kennen and Prison. Absolutely massive. That's 50 CS about. You know,
Pop slicing Maelstrom to get it. He's slowed up, and it
okay,
goes straight in.
fine.
JJL gonna take down low, taken down by Cool Jemima in the end. A huge assault of force gonna knock up 2 inside the Cataclysm.
Yeah,
As the kills come out, Rafal goes down. Freedom
looking at
Penguin,
the
but now Freedom Penguin is
significant
ignited.
CS relative to the, it's like comparing the Lucian to the Caitlyn. There's just such a huge differential. Mid lane's pretty close. Jungle, there's a bit of disparity, but interesting flash from Jemima. Oh, we got an engage. Oh my goodness. Huge engage there. Oh my goodness. Huge play there from LDD. I have no idea. This is why I'm trying to do a bit of everything. So, yeah, we just saw that huge fight play out in River, the engage. Now we're seeing Hero Mark get picked off at the end. But this is Lugo. Really good kill pick up. Now Lugo's going to be able to split push. Thresh is trying to figure out stuff. So now it's looking like it's going to be a slow chokehold out there. Mid lane top. Best idea, rotate top after this. You gotta do what you gotta do. 2 towers down. Looks like they're going to be knocking. They're going to be knocking soon on the inhibitor turrets.
All right, if you want, I can take play-by-play for now.
Sounds good, man.
All right.
Hey, I'm back.
Hey, what happened to you?
Well, Discord did Discord things.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna shut up.
Well,
then.
you missed it. Well, while we catch you up, you missed a really huge fight.
Oh, I didn't miss anything in game. I watched it all.
Oh, perfect.
Ooh, the hook comes in here on a Biscuit Hat. Just gonna trade away. I was surprised that LDD didn't go for the Baron after they cleaned up 4 kills.
Yeah, a really interesting call, but instead, they decided let's go take 2 towers and get the objectives. Now it's like they're considering it, but now they know that now UTD knows. Okay, this is where they're going. Let's drop a ward in there and see if we can't monitor it. Oh, excuse me.
And so now we see a 5.5k gold lead in favor of LDD. Not as dramatic as last game's gold differential, but still pulling out of UTD into this, transitioning into the late game stages of the match.
Yeah, and we're going back to some important stats. Let's go look at kill participation again. We're looking if we go look at Biscuit and we look at Abby. Absolutely ridiculous. 16 part of 16 kills. That's crazy that each of them has been part of 16 out of the 21, which is a really good percentage to be a part. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the rest of the team progresses and how these two continue to, they're the hard engage. Oh,
As now hard engage comes in on our fall. He's taking low. He's deleted by Maye and Hirmar as Cataclysm picks up that kill. And now Wheels on the bus looking for more as JJBell forced to flash away from that oncoming Riven. Death sentence thrown out, not gonna land. And we're gonna see a disengage here from LDD. Is now no, this is Lugo, wants Freedom Penguin. He jumps in, drops the ignite, drops down the damage, takes him right away. Fair and balanced champion. And now we're seeing LDD gonna start the chase as the Infernal Drake was started up here. Can Maye be the hero and get it for his team? As now it's down to 2.5k, 2,000. Ooh, the Unstoppable Force gonna catch 2. It's Hirmar and Wheels on the bus. Knock out. Huge stun for the Solar Flare. My Biscuit Hat is now there, locked down. Maye gonna go straight down away as Wheels on the bus trying to salvage something. Ooh, Jemima and Hirmar on the run now. Here comes the right of the Arcane, gonna try to pick something up. Can he pick up the Dragon? The Dragon's stolen by the Death Sentence by Jemima along with the damage from Hirmar.
absolutely
Now this is
crazy.
taking low. The Ignite gonna go down from Jemima and take the kill.
Oh, here we go.
But
Biscuit.
Hirmar taking it down off the end.
Biscuit.
Biscuit Hat gonna try to win the duel. He has a huge health advantage. And pop goes the Eclipse damage, and pop goes Uncle Jemima. It's not quite the ace, but 5 kills for LDD and trade for 2, but Infernal Drake going over to UTD in the end. So maybe worth, probably not worth, but maybe worth.
Yeah, it's always a question because if it does get a little bit later, some of these champs may start to fall off. So if they build a little bit of tanking, they start to hold off Lugo, maybe they can hold off all of that while still doing it to us.
Yeah, LDD is starting at this Baron though now. 4 members strong. The MIA pings come in from UTD. They think it's happening. Maya gonna spot this out. Rafal jumps immediately onto the flashes with damage out, and they just turn and kill Maya, burning everything they can. 4 ultimates just to kill Maya and prevent the Baron steal from happening. So 4 ultimates down from LDD now, and may give a chance for the remainder of UTD here to contest as they're looking for it. This is Lugo gonna jump straight in, pops the ultimate, but not able to pick up Freedom Penguin as Freedom Penguin dashes to safety over the wall with the relentless pursuit. Baron's still going low. Baron actually not that low at all. LDD gonna have to turn off this, gonna go for the fight. He's now Wheels on the bus, is in danger. He gets stunned up. Freedom Penguin is jumped on by This is Lugo.
Picked out.
Ooh, This is Lugo able to pick up Wheels on the bus with the return from the rake damage. But
Right.
Baron is stopped in the end, and that is all UTD needed right now.
Well, inevitably, it ended up coming out in favor of LDD. That that's
Oh, JJ Bell gonna get
really
hooked up,
close.
set with the damage, but huge shield coming out from the Leona as Hirmar has now jumped down on the tower. Labyrinth 1898 gonna get knocked up. He's not gonna get the kill on Hirmar. Hirmar barely escaping as now Biscuit Hat. I am sorry. See you later, friend. Cataclysm gonna lock him in there under that tower. Hirmar had to have been under 10 health, single digit health, barely
Absolutely,
escaping.
yeah, wouldn't surprise me. You know, but I was just as that happens, I was about to say, look, at the difference. You know, 7K. That fight, they're cutting it down to 6K. You know, it's really amazing to see how well the team is playing.
Yeah, now UTD actually maybe looking themselves to start the Baron. No, they're just going to head down to this mid lane. This is Lugo on the way to defend it, but does he know what's going on? As he's in their jungle and he's going to get spotted out, he's just going to run away. As Maya takes his own Raptors away, and UTD trying to get small things back one at a time.
Yeah, slowly climb back into this game, which is what we said could potentially happen in the first game. Here, you know, we're seeing some small mistakes from LDD. These tiny, like, minuscule errors. But we're now at the 30-minute mark in the game. This is where things start to get interesting. Lugo is 16, so far ahead. Absolutely crazy.
Here comes the ultimate straight into Hirmar. Hirmar's gonna go right down, and Ultimima is gonna be a casualty of that dive as well. Wheels on the bus on the run. Wheels on the bus go on the run, on the run, on the run. As LDD gonna set up here mid lane with their 3 caster minions to try to take this, and they're actually just running a 1-4, not even putting any side lane pressure with the cannon. But straight for it, the Culling gonna come out to try to force them away, but Tickling not able to clear minion waves very well anymore, so it just puts a little damage to the Biscuit Hat, and this tower will go down. 12 volley tower now as this Lugo is onto it. Maya trying to defend, but mid lane inhibitor goes down for LDD, and they are up 1 with the pressure. They may all rotate straight down bot. There it is, 5 members bot. Gonna come in here straight, take this turret down. Wheels on the bus, popping the ultimate, Blade of the Exile coming out as he flashes in on a JJ Bell, gets the stun. He's gonna put some damage on a JJ Bell. Will he get it? The Wind Slash not gonna do enough as a heal comes across for JJ Bell. But JJ Bell does go down in the end of the Cataclysm. This is Lugo deep into the backline, not gonna pick up a kill. He gets ignited, he's on the run. Biscuit Hat going down low. Hirmar, will he pop right into the Arcane and go for the kill? No, Maya is gonna go deep onto Rafal. He slows him down. Rafal is forced to pop the Zonyas. He goes down, double kill for Freedom Penguin. And LDD is on the run. UTD pulled that out of their asses, per se. To get something back, save that bot lane inhibitor, only losing mid lane inhibitor, and now second Infernal Drake on the way. It looks like they may pick this up and try to squirm their way back into this game, still sitting at only a 5.5k gold differential down after all of that.
It's entirely possible for them to come back, and what's really, I look at the itemization here for a second. We see the Lucian and the Jarvan pick Black Cleaver. And the Riven as well, so they have 3 Black Cleavers, so they can get these.
Labyrinth steals this. Labyrinth is going in, and he steals the dragon away. Labyrinth 1898 with the clean smite, forced to take the Assault Force away. Maya missing the flag and drag combo. The flag popped too far away. That Demacian standard into the wall. Not gonna get Dragon Strike. This is Lugo, and you look for the kill here. Maya gonna get Ace in the hold as well as this is Lugo. Popped away. Hirmar was there around the corner to surprise him, and now this is Lugo on the run. He's gonna get knocked down. Maya with the shutdown here.
Very big, very bold call as all.
But I see on way picks here from Red over to Baron. LDD gonna look to maybe start up this Baron here after UTD has a forced reset from low health bars. Feeling confident after that smite steal and their smite abilities. They're just setting up vision for now, but who knows what's to come in the future as Was that may have been a misclick, but Protobelt now down for Rafal. That's only like he's running the right rune to get that back fast, but
it's probably like what a 20 second. Not that bad.
40-second cooldown. I think it's reduced. I think he has the rune. I can look it up.
That does the item active CDR reduction by 5%.
Yeah, so that would bring it down to like a 26-second cooldown reduction, or 26-second cooldown-ish. I can actually check right now. He is not running that. So 40 seconds flat. Well, minus 5% for inspiration.
Yeah. You know, let's go ahead and let's do some. You know, let's look at some numbers again. We see just a little bit of CS.
Oh, here comes Maya going hard. Cataclysm in on a Rafal. He's gonna get the slicing maelstrom out and pops the Sonya's as now Maya is just stunned up, locked down so hard. Rafal goes down in the end. Maya barely escapes while he's ignited. The Salve Force gonna catch 3 as Freedom Penguin is on the way out. He's gonna get slowly auto attacked. Maya going back in. Biscuit Hat slowed up. He's taking huge damage. Massive hook on the Biscuit Hat, but now this is Lugo going down to the bot inhibitor as Biscuit Hat's gonna be taken out by the Comet from Hirmar as he's looking to put damage across. They need to back. UTD is on the way back. They picked up 2 kills for this. As Lugo's on the inhibitor. He's gonna go straight in on a Freedom Penguin. He goes down, but he picks up the kill in return, trading all that balanced damage back against an 80 carry, face taking an assassin for some odd reason. But now JJ Belt slaying Ugel Jemima in the mid lane in that 2v3. So getting 2 kills back for their trouble, but still losing 3. UTD coming out on top in the end.
Like we said, really big pickup. You know, the split push concept from LDD. Really smart to try and split the map pressure away, give them an opportunity to win this fight. But at the same point, you got to think Lugo is your strongest person. Like, if anything, you should have said the Kennen bot lane. Have Lugo be there for the team fight, and try and get with that. But I understand what they were going for.
Yeah, the Kennen having far more teamfight potential with the Slicing Maelstrom, able to lock down multiple targets with stuns along with the Protobelt to get him in there. He's just held back by the Cataclysm, stopping him from getting in on the team as they burst him down. So the thought is there that Rafal has higher teamfight presence than Lugo, who's just a simple assassin, where if Thresh is there, he can possibly keep him out of the fight and lock down. But, wow, barely finishing their recall. They were going in for that. As LDD is 4-bot strong, while UTD clears Baron Vision, LDD is going to look for these inhibitors. I don't know if UTD knows this or spots this out as the recalls start. They start walking back. Here comes the Slugi. He's going to find out Hirmar and absolutely annihilated. Yikes. And now Maya going to get flashed on the Unstoppable Forest, and he's in the hole, but he's tanky Jarvan right now as Wheels on the Bus can try to find a fight. The tickling comes out. Gonna put a little bit of damage across as now Wheels on the Bus with that Blade of the Exile, gonna pop the Wind Slash just for a little bit of damage on the way out where this is Lugo. And they do lose that bot lane inhibitor, but now they are up to holding the mid lane inhibitor as LDD. Don't know if they're rotating towards mid or towards Baron, but they are looking to do something with this one-man advantage.
I think the play here is I think you shove it. You know, I think the best thing you can do is just try. Go fix your top lane. Start a slow push top. Don't worry about the Baron for the moment. Try and get all your lanes pushing in. So you force them to back. And once you force everyone to back, then you can start considering let's do Baron. You know, there's no way that they know we're doing this. We can clearly do this. Like, there's no worries about it. Whereas now they're like, we gotta keep an eye on everything.
Yeah, it looks like this is Lugo the man to go start the push top lane. It's still gonna slow push in the favor of UTD, but now Elder Drake is on the table as well as the Baron. Still no major objective out of those two taken yet. Baron untouched from the 20-minute mark. Just now they're going to find their way onto Hirmar, dead again, out of position, just caught out by the massive engage. Here comes the Assault Force straight onto Freedom Penguin. He's going to get the Dark Passage out, as now this is Lugo looking for the kill. Flayed away by Ugel, but now the box is dropped, going to slow up LDD's rush forward as they surge in and just get the inhibitor. Unfortunately, losing Hirmar, but being disengaged afterwards for UTD. LDD looking for more. They may look in here for some inhibitor tower, or for some next tower. As Labyrinth 1898 Gonna get hooked in, wheels on the bus, take it down, burst it down, huge. This is Lugo on a killing spree now with that talent. Maya trying to clear it out. Here comes the hook again. Hits Biscuit at this time. He's locked up on a tower. Biscuit is just gonna go down. Too much damage from these towers. And LDD gonna be forced to back out here and make a decision. They do still have their jungle available, but no support, and they are up currently one member in this fight. Here, Mar respawning now. It looks like the call is to split up and take Elder Drake while this is Lugo puts pressure top.
Yeah, and that seems like I think that's a brilliant call here on the side of LDD. You know, oh, looks like they're even backing off Elder.
Yeah, they're backing up. They don't want to take this 3v4 as this is Lugo recalling on his own top lane. And interesting, Demacian standard, not going to spot much out, but they do know that Elder is not being taken. And now, Wheels on the Bus is respawned, and Biscuit has shortly on his way. Now, full force from both teams. And we still see Baron vision advantage going right now to UTD. So, LDD did show that they want to strike, but the objectives are warded up. So, it looks like they are going to head straight down to this Baron. The first Baron potentially being more powerful than the Elder Drake, except if the case had been UTD had both of those Infernal Drakes. Labyrinth 1898's Infernal Drake Steel coming up big for them right now, allowing for more Baron pressure rather than having to trade out a double Infernal Elder Drake.
Yeah, and I think that's really important to note. Now we see Labyrinth zoning something where the both and deny them what they need, which is really good, like really smart on his behalf. We're entering the really late game portion of it now. You know, we're almost 40 minutes in. Oh.
And now we see a trap step on by Jemima. He really wanted that Yordle snap trap Biscuit, but Maya, when he's gonna lock in for fall, is now Force is gonna catch one, but this is Lugo on a rampage in the backline. He takes down Jemima, takes down Hirmar, and he's popped into the Guardian Angel. Now Maya left on his own 1v4. He's gonna take it down, but this is Lugo also goes down. Can Maya get Rafal? Not quite. JJ Bell gonna get that kill. And now it's a two-man advantage here for LDD, and Baron looks to be the call. Rafal having that teleport available. As JJ Bell gonna turn to help out Labby Dabby Doo. Here comes the teleport. 4-man on Baron, and there's really nothing UTD can do at this point other than try to stem the bleeding and hold their Nexus towers.
Yeah, and I think that's really all that's gonna happen. I think the move here is, like I said, you got a slow scramble. You know, you can go and you can pick up your Elder. That'd be really beneficial if you had a combat with your Drake. But really, what you're looking for is you're gonna be looking for starting a split push. You know, getting your side lanes going, getting those pushing into the end, getting your super minions running it down mid. You know, your Baron enhanced super minions are gonna be so strong. They don't really have, I mean, all they really have in terms of magic damage to stop Xerath. It's going to take a lot of time and a lot of effort for the rest of the team to funnel resources into killing, you know, those Baron empowered super minions. They get the extra resist. Now it looks like they're grouping up around Elder Drake, which not a bad call.
Yeah, LEG maybe looking for Elder, but all of UTD is there, and it looks like it's going to be a 5v4 right now as this is Lugo up in that top lane, pushing with them without a Baron. Wheels on the Bus, going to get caught out and bursted down while stunned. Rafal picking up that kill there. Now it's a 4v4. Here comes the tickling. Gonna do absolutely nothing to Labyrinth 1898 as Hirmar trying to do what he can to put out damage. JJ Bell taking a half health, and now it looks like this Baron empowered push is going to come to mid lane as top lane unBaron still pushed, but this is Lugo. He could rejoin his team now as they look to push in on the Nexus towers. Only one remaining. Hirmar running low on mana, trying to do what he can to poke out. They're just going to take the top lane. They're going to strangle it out. Here comes the slicing Maelstrom. Hirmar is forced to go into the Zhonya's. He's just going to get deleted. Here comes the Unstoppable Force going down. JJ Bell on a killing spree as now the box comes out. Maya trying to disengage along with the Jemima. Lands though on a Labyrinth 1898 who's going to start taking tower, taking damage from Freedom Penguin. But there's just too much. 5 members of LDD are strong with the Baron buff on this tower. Nexus inhibitor. Nexus tower number 2 goes down. Labyrinth 1898 taking very low. He's gonna get jumped on by Labyrinth, by Maya, but he just does no damage, and he's killed off the backline. This is Lugo trying to take down Freedom Penguin. He goes down. Here comes the Ace and hold. Not blocked. Freedom Penguin goes down. Rafal takes the JJ Bell takes the kill, but Rafal going down as well in the end, and the Nexus again goes to LDD. with that Baron empowered push, taking game number 2, 2-0 in favor of LDD. Labby
Yeah.
Dabby Doo.
That was a really, really well played game, both sides. That ended up being that the macro was so good. It just came down to the very last minute thing, and it's just so hard to make it perfect. But that was so well played.
Absolutely. And just an exciting game overall. A lot coming down, a lot to be shown here from LDD coming out of preseason 1-1 against UTD. They made the adjustments. They played around what they needed to do, and just their bot lane, despite being absolutely annihilated early game and in farm, Freedom Penguin putting up a show against JJ Bell right now. Still coming out somehow 10 kills, 19 assists on that Caitlyn, 4 kills, 29 assists on the Leona, just managing to
It's,
hold their own despite such a huge deficit.
yeah, that's just it's crazy to looking at the seeing how Labby Dabby do pulled it off. The kills, you look at the itemization. I think that's what did it. Not saying that UTD didn't have a really good. They played incredibly. Maye, like I said, definitely one to be looked. He made a lot of really good engages, which was amazing. But we start to look at it, and we kind of just we see a little bit of the late game fall off that we were talking about. We saw the ribbon start to fall there, just couldn't do anything. We still see Maya doing incredibly well. Um, with that being said, look at the damage charts. Lucian 42k damage, absolutely ridiculous. And it's so hard when you do so much damage to pull out that win. It's feel kind of bad. But something we can't feel bad about is who played the best this game, who deserves MVP game. What are you thinking?
I mean, not gonna lie, that Malphite pick definitely surprised me. Labyrinth 1898 trying to make a strong running. Just a weak early game jungler, not putting any pressure on the lanes early and not being able to do much. Wasn't bullied out too much, was able to sit back and farm up, hit that point where he hits the Unstoppable Forest. A 7-1 and 23 performance coming out of that, making some big counter engages with the Unstoppable Forest and a few main engages, and just really keeping his bot lane in it, staying with his bot lane for most of the game, honestly. Malphite grouped up with that Caitlyn and Leona, always trying to protect them. And then a big Infernal Drake steal, knocking that second Infernal Drake power spike away from UTD and putting that into the back pocket for LDD, just propelling them through that and giving the talent even more damage to just assassinate those backline targets of the Xerath and Lucian.
Yeah, and see, I'm torn. I agree with you on Labyrinth being very deserving of the MVP, but also you got to think about in the team fight settings, all incredibly stages. He would while Jarvan was, Maye was targeting him. Rafal was still able to get those picks, get into the backline, flash, slicing Maelstrom, and stun everyone. It was amazing. Like in some of the early team fights, how we saw it go. Get that early snowball lead, and then you let go and JJ and Biscuit do the rest at the end. If you can just start that early game, get that snowball rolling, it'll just build and build. And so I think I'm going to give it to Rafal, but Labyrinth is also very well deserved.
Couple things I'd
Absolutely.
like to add. There was at one point in time when Labby, I think it was about 15, 20 minutes into the game, he had perfect kill participation.
You're right. Yeah, he was a part of everything. That it was about he was like 3-0 and 14 maybe something like that.
Yeah. Second thing, Biscuit Hat with 29 assists and 4 kills. So that's 33 out of 44.
It's and absolutely, KP is a very big part. Can be a somewhat overlooked stat, but when you're in when you're in 75% of the kills, crazy.
Anyway, the poll is in the chat. Dylan, if you want to hit that a few more times just so everybody has it, get your votes in.
And make sure you get those votes in. Let me make sure I don't post the results first, because get your votes in. Get your votes here. Tell us who the MVP. Who do you think deserves to walk away with the gold medal of absolutely nothing because we don't give real rewards here.
Unless Greg's handing out mystery skins like candy on Halloween.
Did someone say?
Alright, oh my gosh. Alrighty, we'll give that another minute. In the meantime, we can probably start heading back. It looks like, you know what, screw that. I'm tired. Labyrinth 1898, you were declared the winner of the MVP for Game 2. Let us head our way towards the Player of the Game interview, wherever the hell that chat went. Player of the... So get on in here. Our Game 1 MVP winner was This Is Lugo. Game 2 MVP winner, Labyrinth 1898. Along with the captain of UTD, Maya, you are welcome to come join us for some Player of the Game interviews. Come one, come all. Come get your Player of the Game interviews.
Hey, looks like we got them both in here. Hey, congratulations, guys! Absolutely well played. 2 set of games.
Thanks.
Congratulations, LDD, for the 2-0. Let me tell you, it was exciting to watch.
It was exciting play, man.
Lots and lots of deaths in Game 1, and not enough deaths in Game 2. I'm disappointed, but a great game overall. How does it feel?
I died too many times, so it feels good.
Well, you do that in our duo queue games. What's new?
Damn. Hurt me.
Alrighty, so do we have any questions from the chat or questions from my co-caster for our players of the game?
I'll keep an eye on chat, but something I want to get started with. You know, in Game 1, you guys saw Uncle Jemima up in the top lane. You see him switch to support. You see Wheels on the Bus take over for top lane. Did you guys kind of have a strategy to deal with that? Or you said,
I realized it right before I picked Talon, so that's kind of the strategy.
Yeah, we definitely didn't see that swap up coming in Game 2. I mean, we know that Hero plays like a pretty good Riven top, but I don't know, just like Sebastian is a rock of a top laner in my opinion, so it was kind of strange that we just banned the 2 champions that are like his signature champions, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, can't play top lane now. You know, I don't know. I just thought that situation was really strange.
Because he could have played other champions like Sion.
Yeah, Sion in that comp would have been great. They didn't have like an actual tank, you know, and they said they picked Riven there, and really they needed a tank, I think.
Right. No, I think that kind of speaks to what happened there in the late game. You know, we started to see you, Lugo, in Game 2. We started to see you run away and just get in the back line, take out Hero Mar, take out Freedom. Just going all in and tell me how does that feel to just go in and just go off?
It was good. I just wanted to. The second game, it got to a point where I really couldn't assassinate them as easily, so I wanted to just try zoning them, so waste their time, especially that second to last team fight. I was able to just burst down Thresh and then kill Xerath, but then consume time so my teammates could clear up their front line.
Right. So, Laddie, tell me a little bit. What did you pick? Did you pick the Malphite jungle? Was this like kind of a you're like, let's see how it goes because they took away your J4, or you wanted to play the late game?
Yeah, I think we want to play the late game. I mean, if people watched our preseason games, we just actually did it last week against Frank's team, a similar composition, with the Malphite being kind of the primary engage, and also, you know, we figured, you know, Malphite, Kennen, Leona would be pretty hard to disengage from, which seemed to be like what they wanted to do the first game, but I don't know, they didn't really go for it when they like switched Hoagie up and kind of like took the Thresh. I just, you know, I don't know if I agreed with that whole decision, to be honest.
Yeah, I think myself and Ollie were really confused looking at it, saying, you know, they're picking Thresh, you know, what is this? Like, we were looking at it, like, what's going on here? And we were looking at Malphite, is that going to be Malphite top? So a lot of all around just unique selections and unique changes. But
Yeah, and really sorry to interrupt you, but really the cool thing about that second draft is, you know, we were talking about it and we're like, okay, so what are we going to do? They're going to get their first pick here, and they're definitely going to like take away the Jarvan. So we decided we're going to leave up. We kind of do like what they do in the LCS, where you leave up 2 of the priority picks. So Caitlyn, Jarvan in this case, and then they have to choose one of them, and we get the other one plus another pick. So that's kind of how we went into the second game. That's why we didn't ban that Caitlyn away. The second game.
Yeah, that's incredibly smart, you know. And you left them with Lucian, and I'm assuming you guys had enough faith in JJ to just say, hey, I can deal with the Lucian's a strong pick, but no worries for me.
Yeah, especially with the range of Caitlyn, I think.
Yeah, I mean, again, you guys played so incredibly well. And after casting last night, I'm looking forward to when you guys go ahead and play OTP. 'Cause, you know, OTP plays it out very slow, but you guys are just like, let's hit the ground running and take off as we can. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm hoping I get echoed.
Dude, that was hilarious. What was that all about?
Wait, what? These kids don't play OTP next week. FAP does.
Do they really? Whoops, I mislooked at the schedule then.
Yeah, I think we were against Caligma
Bobway.
Yeah, and they're a pretty good team. They went 3-1 in the preseason. I've been watching a lot of the teams pretty close.
If you want to see who we're playing, there is our website. Come check us out at https sites.google.com/view/labbydabbydude/home ? Arthur user =0.
All right, I'm gonna cut you off right there.
Oh, you guys got that out there. Go to our
the fuck
website.
up.
It's a real thing. We actually do have a website. We're not trolling.
I posted in the chat. You're welcome.
Yeah, everyone.
Hey,
Check
thank you
us
for that,
out,
man.
and thank our great manager Lucas Hickman for making that.
Yeah, he makes me go to PR stuff that I don't want, but
Oh
it's
yeah,
what it
sponsorship
is.
deals. It's the whole thing.
I have to sign babies. It's weird, but whatever. I do what you say, Lucas. Just stop hitting me.
You got anything, Lolly? I think they answered all my questions for
Hell no. I'm drunk and tired.
you.
You heard it here first, folks.
Hey, thank you
All
guys.
available.
Thank you guys for the interview. Greatly appreciate it. To everyone watching, thank you for coming again tonight. We have a couple games. We have a game tomorrow. Be on the lookout. These games have been so tight, so just keep an eye out on this. It's going to be coming up.
People look at me